am 61, honey.
You're 61. You voted for Donald Trump?
I sure did.
What a complete disaster. I mean, just what a disaster. Do you regret it yet or no?
No, I don't regret it, but I do want to ask you something. Apparently, you worship Trump because 99% of your videos are about Trump.
Oh, so you watch my videos. Oh,
Well, don't sit there and say,
flattered.
"Oh, we voted for Trump." I
I'm
want to
flattered
hear
you
it.
watch my videos. Thank you so much.
Well, I tell you what, you said something about fact checking. Now,
Yes.
you said something about fact checking, right?
I've said a lot about
You
fact
keep-
checking, yes.
You keep saying that he raped a 13-year-old woman.
I've never said
girl.
that.
Yes, you did.
What are you
said
talking about?
You said Donald Trump raped a 13-year-old girl. That's what you said.
When did I say that?
You said it on your video. You said
I
it
have
on your
not said
live.
that. I have not said
Yes,
that.
you have.
No, I have
Yes,
not.
you have.
No, I have not.
Yes, you have.
I'm telling
Yes,
you
you
I
have.
haven't. Okay.
And I'm telling you have
go
because I've
find the
got it
video of which I
screen
said that.
recorded. I've got it screen recorded, honey.
Go play the screen recording.
I can't play it on my phone because I'm talking to you on my phone.
Do you have another device?
No, I do not.
You don't have a computer or an iPad or anything else? A family member's phone?
No, honey, I don't. I can't afford all that.
I mean, I'm just
not
asking if
under
like your
this time,
husband
honey.
or significant other or person you live
My
with has a
husband.
phone.
My husband is dead. I live alone.
I was just asking to see if you had somebody else in your family that can do it, but I'm telling you, I don't know what you think you have screen recorded. I've never said that Donald Trump sexually assaulted a 13-year-old girl.
Okay, if you say so, but I'm telling
I don't
you.
like you just straight up lied to us. You said that you have a
What?
screen recording. I'm telling you that doesn't exist.
I can screen record on my phone, honey.
I know you can. I
That's
know
what
you
I'm
can
trying to
screen
tell you.
record on your phone. I understand that that's a capability. Shout out everybody coming from Dean and Parker's Live, by the way. I appreciate y'all. I understand that's a capability that you have on your phone, but I'm saying that you're saying that the whole screen recording you claim to have, you do not have. I've never said that Donald Trump assaulted a 13-year-old.
Okay, if you say so. Okay, if you say so.
I haven't. So is that was your
But, you know,
entire point
that-
predicated
but
on that?
But that can be fact checked by Vox. You know, that left wing news source.
Yeah, I know
that
Vox.
was debunked by Vox. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
And
fine.
also-
you can fact check that. Yeah, I have no problem.
Yeah,
Again, this
and,
is not a claim I'm making.
And didn't you call to have Donald Trump taken out by the military?
No.
Yes, you did, because I have the post.
Yeah, that post, I know what you're talking about. What I said is that the Supreme Court and their ruling would allow for Joe Biden to theoretically send in the military to take out them or Donald Trump because the president is now being given absolute immunity. And then I followed up that post with citing the Supreme Court decision where Supreme Court Justice Sotomayor presented that exact same hypothetical in her dissenting opinion. So
But then
that
you
was a
also
hypothetical that was presented. The hypothetical
You
you're
also
talking
said
about
no
right
one
now
else
was
said it.
presented to the American people by the Supreme Court of the United States.
But you also said that no one else said it, and they did.
No one else said it? What are you talking about?
You said me or no one else called to have Donald Trump taken out.
Correct,
But others
correct.
have. But others have.
Maybe others have, but I have not.
And I've also got videos of other people saying, oh, you missed. I mean, that's really childish. I'm sorry.
I totally agree. I don't think people should be saying that about Donald Trump. I would not want for him to lose his life at the hands of a shooter.
I mean, that's just ridiculous.
I totally agree. I totally agree that it's ridiculous. But
I mean, look.
yeah, I don't
look.
know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you.
You're a very intelligent young man, and I will give you that.
Thank you. I
But-
appreciate that.
But 99% of your videos are about Donald Trump. It makes me think that you worship the man.
Well, I think it depends on the time.
I'm
So like
sorry,
during like Biden's presidency, there were some times where I made videos about Trump, but I also made a lot of videos about like Republicans in Congress, Biden himself, and what he was achieving and things like that. But of course,
I'm not
during a
a
campaign season, when Donald Trump is the Republican nominee, a lot of the things I'm going to talk about are Donald Trump, just like I talked about Kamala Harris a lot.
I'm not a Republican. I don't care for either party, so, you know.
Your fucking profile picture is Donald Trump.
Yes. Yeah, Trump, not the Republicans. Trump. I'm not a Republican.
So what makes you a Trump supporter but not a Republican?
You don't have to be a Republican to vote for Trump.
So
even
but
Democrats.
what
vote for
makes
Trump.
you what makes you a Trump supporter but not a Republican? What's the difference there?
Because I did fine under Trump in his first term. Republicans ain't worth a shit. They're weak and they're spineless.
Okay. So everybody in politics is bad but Donald Trump.
No, did not say that. I don't like some of the things Donald Trump does, and I don't like some of the things that Joe Biden did.
Do you
and
like
I
that
don't
Donald
some
Trump
of
is
the
a
things that
convicted
Kamala-
felon?
I don't know if he's a convicted felon. I mean,
You
so
don't
so
know if he's a convicted felon.
I never really paid attention to it. I don't watch the news. I don't watch the news. The only thing that I know is that Joe Biden pardoned his son.
Time
so
out.
that's all.
Of course, that's the only thing you know. I'm unsurprising to say the least. You're not aware that Donald Trump was convicted of 34 felonies in court by a jury of his peers? You didn't know this?
No, I did not know that because I
didn't know
don't watch
this?
the news. No, I don't watch the news.
Where do you get your news?
Normally, I get it from just the news, but I have not been reading the news.
So the first president ever to be convicted of crimes is a guy you support, and you don't know that this happened.
No, I don't know this happened. I don't read the news, like I said.
But you just like live under a rock or something? I mean, what?
No, honey, I'm disabled, so I don't get around very well.
It's not about getting around. You have a phone?
Yes, but I don't really read the news. I don't really have much to do with it.
Let me help you out. This is an Associated Press article right here. It was published May 31st, 2024. Guilty. Mm-hmm. Trump becomes the first former U.S. president convicted of felony crimes. Is he convicted
exactly what is that he was supposed to be convicted of?
He was convicted of falsifying business records in the first degree, which is a Class E felony in the state of New York.
Okay, so how did he falsify records?
Wow.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
The information crisis we have in this country is so bad. So what Donald Trump did is during his 2016 campaign, he paid to have an affair that he had with Stormy Daniels, an adult actress, to be covered up.
From what I understand, and now I don't know if this is true or not. Like I said, I don't read the news. It's just hearsay. Michael Cohen was the one that paid her. Now, I don't know if it's true or not.
So what Donald Trump did is that he wanted this story to go away. So he paid Stormy Daniels a sum of money to have her be quiet and sign an NDA, which is perfectly legal. You can do that. But what Donald Trump did is he funneled the money through Michael Cohen. Michael Cohen then paid Stormy Daniels as a result. And Donald Trump lied about what he was paying Michael Cohen for. He called it like a legal expense. It was a legal retainer. It was not. Donald Trump was paying Michael Cohen to cover up this story and then have those payments dispersed to Stormy Daniels. We also know this to be the case because Donald Trump inflated how much he was paying Michael Cohen. So not only did he pay or Michael Cohen how much he's meant to be paying Stormy Daniels, but he also gave him a bonus and some tax, additional funding for some tax reasons. So this was to cover up the story, and he falsified business records to do that. Now that in and of itself, falsifying business records is a misdemeanor, so it wouldn't be a felony. But what made it a felony is that Donald Trump covered up these payments and lied about the payments to help his election prospects, which is federal election interference. So this crime, he was convicted of these felonies because he falsified business records with the intent to further or conceal another crime. That other crime would be election interference. I don't know. That was very long. I apologize. It was very wordy. But
that's okay. No, that's okay.
But Trump was essentially, in the very basic sense, he was convicted of lying on documents to preserve his election prospects. That's very basic sense. So he's a convicted felon. He's also been found liable for assaulting a woman in court. He's also been found liable for extensive business fraud. And now we're going to have a criminal in court and in the White House.
Well, what I understand, E. Jean Carroll sued him for defamation.
Yeah, she sued him for defamation, and she didn't want to sue him for assaulting her, but the judge said that she had to prove that he assaulted her first in order to prove that he defamed her.
I don't know anything. I don't know anything about the sexual assault. I just heard something about defamation or something like that.
So she won both of the things. She proved that he defamed her and that he assaulted her. And he assaulted her in Bergdorf Goodman, a retail store in New York City in 1995, 1994.
You know, this makes no sense. If he assaulted her 20 years ago, why the hell didn't he go to prison then? Why didn't she say something then?
For a lot of reasons. A lot of women don't come forward when they're assaulted. The majority of women don't. E. Jean Carroll fell into that category. I mean, Trump was very powerful. He's very wealthy. So if she came forward against somebody that's powerful and wealthy, often, they could be,
They're eating the dogs.
I don't care how wealthy they are.
They're eating the cats.
I mean, look, I've been through that before. The guy wasn't wealthy. But if the guy
what
was
is
wealthy,
the sound playing?
Live there, and this is what.
Huh? I'm sorry, I had some. something come in. Go ahead.
Wait. Is that your ringtone?
It's I don't know. It's some message thing or something.
Is that your ringtone?
No, it's not a ringtone.
Then it's your ringtone. It played when you got a message.
Yeah, but it's not a ringtone. That's a notification tone.
So it's a notification tone. Your notification tone is Donald Trump.
Yeah, because you're talking about cats. I have cats. That's why it's there. But what I'm saying is that, I mean, look, I've been through that before.
I'm so fucking tired, man. You guys, man.
You guys, nothing. Well, I'm just saying. But okay, then why do you not condemn Kamala Harris for donating, for getting? No, her name is Kamala. I call her Kamala.
Well, okay. What's your name?
Sassy.
What's your real name?
Sassy.
Your real name is not Sassy.
It's Sassy. I know my real name.
I'm just gonna mispronounce your name then. I don't know.
Well, then that's up to you.
Sissy. I like that in the chat. How about Sissy? I'm just gonna go around saying, no, I think your name is Sissy. How about that?
That's my name. It's Sassy. I mean, that's the name I was born with. I mean, I can't change it.
No, you were born with Sissy, I think. I think that's how I'm gonna pronounce your name. Why? Do you see how stupid that is?
With Sassy. I was born with Sassy. That's why.
No, I think you were. No. I think you were born with Sissy.
My name is stupid because I was born sassy.
No, I didn't say your name was stupid. I never used the word stupid, but I'm gonna call you Sissy.
Well, then that's up to you. I don't care what you call me.
Okay. All right. Go ahead, Sissy.
It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me.
Go ahead, Sissy. Go ahead.
Okay. Why is it? I mean, you're always condemning Donald Trump. Why is it that you do not condemn Kamala Harris for donating to get rioters out of prison?
She didn't donate to get rioters out of prison.
She donated.
First of all, she didn't donate. She set up a fund, and the fund was used to get people out of prison who were unjustly arrested. One of those people was arrested by police. Yeah, one of those people was arrested.
That was the BLM riots.
One of the people that were benefited from this fund were arrested by police in, I believe it was Minneapolis in Minnesota. And the police were alleging that he was attacking them and that he was assaulting them, and they had to arrest him, and he's going to jail based on this. Turns out that the guy who was arrested was right, and the police officer who arrested him ended up going to jail. That's an example of somebody who was unjustly arrested. The police were essentially assaulting him when they arrested him.
Nobody said anything about the BLM riots. It was mostly peaceful, according to the left-wing media.
It was mostly peaceful. 93% of the protests were peaceful.
When you're sitting in a city on
there were a few protests that got out of hand and bad people did bad things. And those people are currently sitting in jail right now where they should be. I totally agree with that.
I hope they are.
They are sitting in jail. Anybody that lit fire to anything, anybody that broke into a store, anybody that attacked a police officer, they're all in jail right now. They're sitting in jail still, right? So they're in prison. Kamala Harris was not in favor of these people doing those things. Joe Biden was not in favor of this. They consistently called for peaceful protests, consistently over and over and over. They said, stay peaceful. You know what, though? If you're so angry at things being set on fire and broken into, then why would you vote for Donald Trump, who encouraged January 6th and is now saying on day one, within 9 minutes, within 9 minutes of him being inaugurated, says he wants to start pardoning January 6th insurrectionists?
No, Joe Biden pardoned drug dealers and everything else. What's the difference?
Who, really?
He pardoned a convicted felon.
Wait, say that again?
He pardoned a convicted felon. So what's the difference?
So we're not against a pardoning of a convicted felon, right? If a convicted felon has rehabilitated themselves and given back to their community, I'm perfectly happy for them to receive a pardon. I have no problem with second chances and people turning their lives around and giving back to their communities. These January 6ers committed crimes for Donald Trump. They invaded the Capitol. Many of them beat police officers. Do you think that the January 6th insurrectionists who beat police officers should be pardoned?
Show me proof.
Proof of
They pled guilty. I'm pretty sure 50% of people who are charged pled guilty.
Yeah, wait, what?
Show me.
Proof of what? Are you asking for proof that the Capitol was broken into?
I'd have to show you the court documents. You have to look at the
I'm
January
asking you
6th
to show me proof. I'm asking you
of the Capitol being broken into, or what?
No, I ain't talking about that. I've
They
told,
pled
show
guilty.
me proof.
Is them pleading guilty not proof?
No, show me proof that they did it for Donald Trump personally.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, watch this. Jan 6 rioter says he invaded off of Trump's orders. If
Can't wait.
hold on, let me find it.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
one guy.
in April. In
one
April.
person that
Oh,
said that.
one guy.
Okay, so the goalpost keeps moving. It's
How about
what do you?
there's-
Can you give me a circumstance of this happening? Oh, when you give them a circumstance, oh, it's like, oh, that's just one person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we have Dustin Brian Thompson, who said he was taking Donald Trump's orders. This was in April 14th of 2022. We also
Okay,
have
then,
Garrett Miller. Garrett Miller said that he was also following Trump's orders and that he invited us. So a lot of these Capitol
why-
insurrectionists, a lot of these Capitol insurrectionists felt that they
He
were operating
also
off of
said to
Donald
go
Trump's
peace-
orders.
He also said to go peaceful and patriotically, yet the left stream media,
he said be
the left wing media cut that out.
He said be peaceful and patriotic once in his speech. You know what else he said in his speech?
But they're
When you see
saying
fraud of this
they're-
levels, you
they
go by
say he
different
didn't say
rules.
it
If
at
you
all.
got to fight, if you don't fight, you won't have a country anymore. I'm going to be there with you.
They said
Fight like
that
hell.
he didn't say it
Fight like
at
hell.
all. They said he didn't say it at all, peaceful and patriotically. They said that he did not say
You
it at
keep
all.
saying they. I don't know who they is.
The
But if you
left-wing
say
media.
once in your, let's just say like if you
What?
have this
Who?
incredibly inflammatory speech, throughout the entire speech, you're riling people up. You know that these people that are listening to you are armed, and you know that they want to commit violence because the FBI and the Secret Service briefed Donald Trump of this fact before January 6th. You have this incredibly inflammatory speech, and then one time you say be peaceful and patriotic. That doesn't negate everything else you said in that speech.
And then you bitch and complain, oh, well, Donald Trump called Democrats the enemy. Yet y'all have called him Hitler. You've
That's
called
not
him
true.
a traitor. Yes, you have.
He called the media the enemy of the people, and we don't call
Bingo.
him Hitler. We don't call him
Bingo.
Hitler. You know who called him Hitler? J.D. Vance.
Yeah.
J.D. Vance said
That was-
Trump might be
I don't
America's
know.
next Hitler.
I've never listened to J.D. Vance. I don't even like J.D. Vance.
Okay, but that's what J.D. Vance said about Donald Trump. That's what Donald Trump's former cabinet members said about Donald Trump. John Kelly, Mark Milley, all people that Donald Trump hired or appointed, those people likened him to
Okay.
Mustache Man in World War II. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris have never said that Donald Trump is Mustache Man from World War II.
No, but Joe Biden sure called people like me garbage.
He did not call people like you garbage.
Yes, he did.
No, he did not.
And I've got proof. Yes, he did.
Yeah, the video you're talking about, go look at the
He was
official White
talking
House.
about the
Go
Puerto Rico.
look at the official White House transcript where you'll see that Joe Biden was not talking about Trump voters. He was talking about the Trump speakers at his Madison Square Garden rally where they made racist, misogynistic,
supporters.
sexist jokes. Those people
Supporters.
are who Joe Biden was referring to as garbage. And by the way, those people that were speaking at that rally are garbage.
Wait, Sassy, do you think the people who spoke at the Madison Square Garden rally were garbage?
But then again,
Excuse
why
me,
does
Sissy,
why
please
does
listen up.
Puerto Rico-
Sissy, please.
Okay, so then you don't know what he's even referring to. So how are you going to evaluate that his statement was wrong? Because he's obviously not referencing you.
Because when you say supporters, that's pretty obvious. I mean, and then okay, well, Jesus is Lord. Oh, you're at the wrong
You didn't
rally.
say that. No, you wait. Talk about taking things out of context. That's another thing. She wasn't responding to the fact that they said Jesus Christ is Lord. What she was responding to was that the fact that they were Trump supporters and they were heckling the crowd, speaking over her when she was speaking. When it was like a presidential rally. Like she's the one speaking in the middle,
so-
and they're like screaming out. So like that.
okay,
That's
Biden
specifically.
there
Hold up.
can be
Hold up.
no
Hold up.
wrong.
That's what she was responding to. She's Christian herself. You know that, right?
Biden and Harris can do no wrong, of course. Of course. We all know this. Biden and Harris can do no wrong.
Why isn't Trump repented to God?
I don't know anything about Trump's personal life. I don't get into his personal life. I don't get into Biden's personal life, and I don't get into Harris's personal life.
But you just brought up the fact that like she was anti-Christian and that was somehow bad.
Did not say she was anti-Christian. You said that, not me. I didn't say anything. I said somebody yelled, "Jesus and Lord." Jesus is Lord, and she said you were at the wrong rally. That's what she said.
Yeah, but you're taking that out of context, and I explained the extra context. Did you hear what the extra context was?
No, I did not. But like I said, you're the one that said that I said anti something other. I don't remember what it was that you said I said. But
I have a question. Are you Antifa?
Are you Antifa? Because they're
Yes, I am
Democrats.
Antifa. Are you Antifa?
No, I'm not.
No. So you're pro-fascism?
No, I don't. No, I don't. I don't.
So
support that
then you're
anymore.
Antifa. Then you're Antifa.
No.
Wait. An organization. It just means anti-fascist. It's not even a group.
No
It just means
shit, for a lot.
anti-fascist. So
No
so
shit.
if you're so then you said anyone who's anti-fascist is in a terror group. It's not a group that exists. So you're essentially saying that after the election,
What about
you guys
it?
lost. You guys are sore losers. You lost the election and then
I
raided
wasn't
the
out there
fucking
rioting,
Capitol.
buddy. I wasn't out there rioting,
I'm
buddy.
surprised.
About that,
Where were you on
I'm
January
too-
6th, 2021, by any chance?
honey. I'm a senior citizen. I was home.
Do you know anybody that was at January 6th?
No, I do not.
Do you think that they should
There's
go to
me.
prison? Do
I,
you think
there-
January 6 rioters should go to prison?
I don't like any of it. I didn't like J6. I didn't like the BLM riots. I don't like the Antifa riots. I didn't like the pro-Palestinian riots when they defaced property, tried to climb over the White House fence, but yet your side said nothing about that.
Wait, so if you're going to talk about, oh, like you're against political violence, well, then you condemn Trump for saying that he wants to pardon people that pled guilty to violently assaulting police officers.
No, because Joe Biden pardoned a convicted felon who had a gun
Are you
charge.
talking about Hunter? Hunter's
Well,
not a
I know.
violent offender.
Yes, he is. He has gun charges. That
That's
is
not
a-
what violent
that's
offense.
violent.
Wait.
is violent.
He lied.
violent.
He lied. Hold on. He lied on a gun form.
I don't care.
You think that's a violent offense?
When it comes to
What's
guns,
wrong with you?
when
What
it
planet
comes-
are you living
when
on?
it-
You were just talking a moment ago about how you don't have delusions. That's delusional. If you think that lying on a gun form is a violent offense, you are.
Harry, not planet. You got to think about dimension.
your
She's from
delusion- and your-
she's from a C-149. Okay,
And
a whole
when-
different dimension.
And you're delusional when you say that you didn't call to have Donald Trump taken out.
I did
Sorry,
not
you
call for
did.
Donald Trump to be
Yes,
taken out.
you did.
Oh my
Yes,
God.
you did.
I just told you earlier that the tweet was
I don't care
referencing
what
the
you
Supreme
told me.
Court's decision. The
Wait,
Supreme
that-
Court.
wait,
This
wait,
was
Immunity
just.
ruling
I was
does not give
listen.
Joe
Listen.
Biden the
Listen.
right to take out a private
be quiet.
citizen.
Excuse me. Be quiet. I was citing a Supreme
No,
Court
you
justice,
can be more
Justice Sonia
respectful than that.
Sotomayor, who's sitting on the Supreme Court right now, who wrote in her dissenting opinion that because of this ruling, a president could order the military to take out their political opponents. That's what Sonia Sotomayor,
That's
a Supreme Court
crock
justice,
of
wrote.
crap. That's a crock of crap. The immunity.
Crap, you
That's
just
got
get sucked
nothing
right
to
in.
do with Donald Trump. I'm not talking about Donald Trump.
This claim
talking
originated
about
from
the
Donald Trump.
Committee. I'm not talking about Donald Trump.
I'm telling you, just listen to me very
Stop
carefully.
talking about Donald Trump.
Oh my God!
I'm
Listen to me very
talking
carefully.
about the
I know.
J6
I heard what you just said about the January 6th committee. I'm telling you that is a false narrative that was created by Donald Trump. This is totally fabricated. No documents were destroyed. There's an entire 900-page report put out by the January 6th committee about their findings.
Would you mind telling me where I can find this report?
Absolutely. You can just look up January 6th committee report PDF. It should come up right away.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
No problem. It's 900 pages. It's a lot of
Do that. And I was fine under him in his first term.
but we weren't as a country.
How do you feel about the 25% tariff on Canada?
I'm not familiar with tariffs, so I couldn't answer that.
That would cause the price of houses to go up, housing development to go up, because it would increase the price on lumber, and it would also cause gas prices to go up. It would increase the price on your gasoline when you go drive your car.
Okay, but then y'all say, well, Biden didn't cause gas to go up. Biden didn't cause food to go up. But yeah, Donald Trump's going to cause everything to go up.
Yeah, because Joe Biden didn't advocate for a 25% tariff on everything one of our allies is sending to us.
I paid double under Biden.
Kayla, think of it all. How did he cause the prices to go up?
I have no idea about who's going to draw
It's
price
so
up. All I'm
painful talking to
telling you-
people like you. It's so painful
Look.
talking to people like you.
Look, all I can tell you is that I paid double under Biden.
Okay.
I understand, but like, why do you think that was caused by Joe Biden?
I did not say it was caused up by
Okay,
Joe
so then
Biden.
why do you
That's not
attribute
what
it
I
to?
said.
Then why do you attribute it to him?
I did not say that I attributed it to him. I said what I'm saying is that everybody was saying on the left, oh, well, Donald Trump's going to do this and Donald Trump's going to do that.
Yes.
When I've been paying double under the Biden and Harris administration for the
Okay,
last
but you
4
keep
years.
saying
Point of
under the
saying
Biden
that.
administration. Like, it has no connection to Biden. What you should be saying is, oh, I've been paying double, or first of all, you haven't been paying double.
Well, isn't
But
he
second
the
of all,
president?
I've been paying more since like 2022.
Well, I've been paying more. I've been paying more since
Yeah,
he got
but
into
you
office.
saying under the Biden administration implies that you attribute it to the Biden administration. It has no connection to Joe Biden.
Okay, then I'll just put it in another word then.
Okay.
I mean, okay.
But if
so
you're
I've
against
been-
high prices, then you shouldn't have
For the
voted for
last
Donald Trump,
4
who's going to raise your prices.
He already said what he was going to do. I already knew this when I voted for him. I
You
already
just said
knew
you don't know
he-
what tariffs are.
I don't know what tariffs are.
Okay,
But if
well,
prices are going, he's already said that the prices were probably going to go up. So, and I already knew this when I voted for him.
okay, but
That's what I'm trying to tell
wait,
you.
so why do you want more inflation?
I've been living under inflation for the last 4 years.
Yeah, but you don't want it to be
No, 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 no.
worse.
Look, you don't seem to understand. You're always saying, okay, everybody's going to do bad under Trump, and this, that, and the other. Look, I have been paying double for the last 4 years. I'm on a limited income, so I can only pay my bills so much.
So then
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
If you are in a limited income, you can only pay so much. Why would you vote for Donald Trump if he's going to raise your prices?
Because why? Because I had already lived 4 years under Biden paying
Okay,
double.
but listen. Donald
Double
Trump
my
is telling you.
Look,
Donald Trump is telling you
my-
that he's going to make
my
prices more
electric bill.
expensive. You just admitted yourself that Donald Trump said, "Yeah, prices are probably going to go up." Right? If you know this, Kamala Harris is saying, "Yeah, let's not do that. Let's not put tariffs in, which are inherently inflationary. So let's try to lower these prices or keep them stable at least."
That's
Why would you then vote for Donald Trump?
That's what you think she was going to do. Did you actually believe anything she was going to tell you?
Yeah.
you
Yes,
actually
yeah,
believe-
absolutely.
Okay, if you say so.
Wait, but do you believe anything Trump told you? Because we have a history of him literally having 30,000 confirmed lies, whereas she, right, like you can't even give me any circumstance where she lied.
Yeah, please. If you want to provide an example of Kamala Harris lying like Donald Trump lies, please provide it to us. Thank you for the sunglasses.
Like I said, I've lived under Trump before.
This is not.
I
It's
lived
not an
under
example of
a
Kamala Harris
Trump-
lying.
I didn't say anything about Kamala Harris. You said that. Well, how did I live better under Trump? Well, I lived better under Trump because I was paying half of what I pay now.
Kayana, thanks for the $4. Lindsay, thank you for the 7. Emma, thank you for the 5. I appreciate you. Jude, thanks for the 2. Amanda, thank you for the 1. Vivian, thank you for the 5 as well. Ashley, thank you for the 5. And Colleen, thank you for the 1. I appreciate you all in Venmo.
Kayla, thank you so much for the one. I appreciate it.
And Jonah, thank you for the 5. And Kayla, thanks for the 1 as well. Sorry, I had to.
Are they
people.
donating to Are they donating to Parker too?
Apparently not. The DNC stopped my payments today, I guess.
Yeah, they cut Parker off. It's unfortunate.
No. I'm not talking about the DNC. I'm
Do
talking
you, see,
about.
do you see my name? Parker lost his job.
Well, I don't know
So,
anything
like-
about that.
Yeah, Parker lost his job. This is the Trump presidency already. You have another patriotic
No,
American
what
out of a
I'm talking
job.
about, you keep saying, okay, thanks for the $2, thanks for the $1, stuff like that. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about DNC.
Okay. Anyway,
But I'm not talking about DNC.
gotcha. Well, anyway, you shouldn't have voted for Donald Trump. You voted for higher prices, so I hope you enjoy that.
Actually, I just vote because that's who I wanted to vote it for. I mean,
So I want to be able to fly, but that's not going to happen. So you just
I want to be Ben 10. I want to be the very best. I want to be Ash Ketchum,
the
and I want
thing
to
is
catch
that
them all.
I have-
So Tota,
what I'm
thank you so
saying
much for
is
the $2.
that I
Kayla,
have
thank you for
the
$2.
freedom- I have the freedom to vote for the candidate I wanted to vote for.
I also
I'm
have
not
the freedom to go see if I can fly. That's probably not a good idea, though, right?
I'm
So
not
just because you have the
bitching
freedom
about-
to do something doesn't mean you should do it.
Well, I'm not bitching about you voting for Kamala. That is your business.
Yeah, but
That's
you
not my
understand
business.
that. Hold on.
That's not my
It's actually
business who you vote for.
it's actually everybody's business.
We're literally having a conversation about what we voted for. Of course, if you go on a live in a public space where you're talking about that, it is people's business because you decided to go on the live where everyone is doing this. If you didn't
But
want
I'm
it to be
not
people's
ju- I'm
business,
not
if you
judging
didn't
you
want it to be
who you
people's
voted for.
business, well then you wouldn't have gone on the live.
I'm not judging you on who you voted for. If you voted for Kamala, hey, that's up to you. That's your choice. I'm not judging.
Because there's no real negative implication that you can tie towards actually like Kamala Harris being president, where there are negative implications that we can tie towards Donald Trump being president, like the fact that he was held civilly liable of sexually abusing a woman. It creates a society where more people are willing to accept people who have done things like that. So it creates a society that is more accepting of abusers rather than victims. Corey, thank you for the $10. Thank you so much.
Keep saying, well, if you sit there and say, "Oh, well, he sex abused a woman," but yet you don't give a shit when we're in the boxing ring with a woman. When when a man's
talking
beating
about
the
Amin
shit out of a woman
Khalif?
in the
Wait,
boxing ring.
Amin Khalif, who is a biological woman.
Yeah, that's one thing. Two, as it relates to this, what you're not understanding in terms of that is that there are a very few amount of trans people playing in sports. Right. By the way, a very few amount of trans people that are playing in sports. Of those trans people that are playing in sports, right, you can't even mention a single one that is dominating insofar as that you would want to restrict them. So why is it some big problem that you have to get rid of, right, instead of acknowledging all the things that Trump has done that affect a
Don't sit
significantly
there and
greater
say
level
you
of
care about
people?
women. Don't sit there and say. Don't sit there and say you. If
What are you talking about?
You care about women if you don't mind men being in women's sports.
So when you say men, what you're not acknowledging is that trans women specifically are not going to typically be people that are like the best at sports, right? Typically trans women, right, debate like I do. They do play video games like I do. They do typical things the average person does, right? They're not typically like fucking LeBron James, right? They're not typically going to be, right, literally like the most dominant athletes out there.
Never said they were, but I'm just saying.
So then why do we have this association that, like, because, right, it is the case that there are trans women allowed to play in sports after multiple years of HRT, by the way, right? And if not the case where they didn't have a male puberty, right? Why is it the case that we're demonizing trans people and acting like there's such a big an issue or that they're a threat to a woman when it is the case that there's no good evidence indicating any of that?
Do they have a penis?
Wait, does that
No. Do they have a penis?
It depends on the individual. Not all trans people have penises.
So what you're saying is that they get that thing cut off, is what you're saying.
So what I'm talking about is there's something called gender reassignment surgery, where someone wouldn't necessarily have what you would associate in terms of a penis.
Now I'm not.
I don't know why you're asking about people's genitalia. I don't know why that's relevant.
It's very relevant because if you have a penis, you're a man. Period, and you shouldn't be in the ring with a woman. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so I have a question then. Do you think that specifically, right? So you say because they have this genitalia, that means they should go into these types of spaces. Do you think trans men, right, should go into women's restrooms? They have a vagina.
You mean you're talking about when a woman transitions to a man?
So they have a vagina, right? But they're a man. Like
Nope.
I can do. So should
If
they
they're
go
a
into the
man,
women's
if-
restroom?
Nope. If they're a man, they should go into the men's room.
But they
period.
have a vagina.
And
Okay.
Dude, you can't make this shit up, dude.
Oh my god. Oh my god, dude.
And then,
Again,
let
you
me
just
get this straight.
walked right
Wait a
into
minute.
it.
No, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm sorry, I've had a stroke in the past, so my mind's not that great.
That's okay.
So, now, if a man has a penis and he transitioned to a woman, he should go into the men's room.
Okay.
Am I right? Yes.
But
Okay.
listen to what Parker said. Go ahead, Parker said again.
Yeah, so someone who is biologically female, but they are a man, right? They're male presenting, right? But they're biologically female. Should they go into the women's restroom or the men's restroom?
Let me think a minute because, like I said, my mind is not all there now.
That's
Give me
okay.
a minute.
Yeah, take your time.
Okay.
There's no rush.
You're talking to an old woman. I'm sorry.
No rush at all. No rush at all.
Okay. If a man, no, if a woman, wait a minute. Does a man transition to a woman? If a man transition to a woman, sometimes
Yeah,
they
so-
still have a penis, right? To a man. Wait a minute, let me think a minute. I'm trying to. Okay, if a man transitions into a woman and still has a penis, he should go into the men's room.
No, if a woman
If a woman transitions into a man,
yes.
Okay, I can't hear. No.
huh?
Hold on. No, wait.
What was her position? I couldn't hear.
What
Okay,
happened?
now you can speak. Now you can speak. Go ahead.
Okay, are y'all ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Okay, so a man transitions into a woman if they still have a penis, which means in my opinion, they're still a man. They should
No.
go.
If a woman transitioned into a man and they still have, genitalia that's typically associated with women, would you want them to go into the women's bathroom? So the picture that Parker just showed, would you want him going into the women's bathroom?
If he has, what happened?
Sorry, Sassy, you got to go.
Why?
You just got flagged, unfortunately.
Why? What did I do?
I don't know. It says that because you're here, live visibility is restricted. So, sorry. Bye
What
bye.
the heck?
That's rough. That's rough. At least it does that now, so it doesn't mean you have to restart.
Yeah, I know. That's really nice. At least it doesn't make us restart the entire. I don't know. It said that her thing wasn't viable for all viewers. Jen, thanks
Ashley,
for the
thank you.
$10. I appreciate you so much, Jen. Good to see you again. Jennifer, Lisa, thanks for the $5 as well. Thank you so much for what you do. Lisa, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Corey, thanks for the $10 DNC donation. I appreciate it. JW, thanks for the $5, man. Just resubscribed for 6 months. I appreciate you. Monet, thanks for the $2 as well. We tried to get her to pronounce Kamala correctly. She said, I don't care, and refused to. So,
Ashley, thank you for the $3. Corey, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you. I appreciate it.
If you are MAGA, let us know in the box. We will let us know in the chat. We'll bring you up. Venmo, Cash App, and the link in the bio for both Parker and I. If you want to support, drop a follow if you haven't already. We do these all the time, and also follow Parker. He does lives all day, every day. I'd highly recommend it. Oh, Parker, have you debated this guy yet?
Let me see.
Let's see. I invited him. I don't know. He'll come up.
I don't know.
Just the
Maybe.
worst.
Oh, boys!
Yeah. Did you vote Trump?
I did.
Why'd you do that?
I believe he's a better option. I believe in conservative policies.
Like?
Here's the thing. I've listened to you a handful of times. I just listened to you argue against Trump because he spent more than Biden and he taxed more than Biden. Allegedly, this is what you say.
Well, it
Are you
depends on what
just-
you're referencing.
Do you believe in low spending, low government spending, and low taxes?
So I think the taxes, like I was referencing specifically, like how Trump increased the corporate tax for corporate income under $50,000 a year from 15% under Obama to 21% flat tax under him. Secondly, in terms of the debt-related spending, Trump signed off on more debt-related spending than the Biden-Harris administration. So what I do is when I bring up fiscal responsibility, I say,
but he didn't.
He did. That's the Committee for Responsible Federal Budget.
Look, man. I mean, technically there was more government spending, but only $6 trillion was added to the 10-year debt. Biden is set to close at $11 trillion over the next 10 years.
Yeah, you're just making this up.
No, you just made that up.
I can give you a source.
What's the source?
Okay, give me 1 second. Okay. Budget.house.gov. Source.
Well, yeah, what I gave you is a nonpartisan committee, right, from the federal government. What you gave me is a partisan committee from the federal government. That's like me citing the Democrats.
Look, man, you sat and cited KamalaHarris.com for quite a while.
What?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
Play.
The only thing I would cite
talking about?
KamalaHarris.com is what her policy was.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, dude. You can't be citing KamalaHarris.com. I mean, dude, this look.
What?
There's a
If you're
fact
talking
check
about
right
her
here.
policy.
This is her policy. Like, where else do you
Look.
want to get a citation for something like that?
This is a fact check. I can break it down for you in the numbers.
He's like, imagine
Give you the
citing
numbers.
Agenda 47 for what Trump's going to do.
Yeah, right.
Well, no, dude. It's literally there was 4.8 in enacted legislation, 4.8 in higher interest costs, and 2 trillion in executive orders, purely in executive orders.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
where are they
but,
getting
like,
those numbers from?
Yeah, again, you get those numbers from a partisan Republican source.
Yes, but they have the policies where it's literally all broken down. This went
Okay, so
through
the source that
January
Parker cited as
2021.
well, the source that Parker cited as well has all of the number breakdowns that you can actually read for yourself.
Look, are you going to tell me these things didn't go through Congress? It's all right here, man. I can send it to you.
Yeah, so a lot of what you're referencing are estimated costs, right? Like they're just estimating that Biden's executive orders cost $2 trillion. Please provide me any evidence that Biden's executive orders cost $2 trillion. And where did he get that money from?
Literally, look, man. Thrifty food plan overhaul when August 21 cost $300 billion.
And where'd they get
Overhauls
that number
the
from?
thrifty food plan, the formula that
Where did they get
determines
that number
supplement
from?
nutrition.
Where'd they get
Literally,
that number from? Where'd they get that number from?
dude, these are the numbers as derived from the bills that went through Congress.
These are estimates, my man. A lot of what you're citing are estimates right now.
Estimates
even
from
if they're
partisan
rough
Republican
estimates.
individuals.
Even if they're rough estimates, if it's anywhere close to 11 trillion, that's significantly more. And also only
No, it's not. I just gave you
I
a nonpartisan source, and you're preferring the partisan source over
Yeah,
the
so
nonpartisan
wait,
source.
would you believe us if we just cited a strictly Democratic source on this? Like a Democratic House committee?
Dude, I believe very few sources, honestly.
Oh, so wait, why do you believe this source? Wait, why do you believe this source?
This is what I mean.
Look, man.
You believe this source because it says what you want it to say, right?
Literally.
We're giving you a non-partisan, unbiased source that actually evaluates the numbers. You're citing a Republican
Give me
House
your
committee.
source. What
Do
is
you
your
think
source?
do you think
Committee for Responsible Federal Budget.
Do you think that, like, realistically, the Republicans are going to put out a review of these numbers that shows that Biden is spending less than Donald Trump?
Look, the CRFB stated that he increased just 4.3 trillion, but that's
just you can.
I mean, that's just not true.
They gave you the numbers for it. It's a nonpartisan committee. I trust a
dude.
nonpartisan committee over trusting a partisan Republican committee.
Look at the national debt right now.
I understand.
Looking at
what
it.
we're not taking into account is that the level of increase, right, are coming from pre-existing debts that were put into place by Trump. For example, Tax Cuts and Jobs Act is currently still in place. It is adding to the debt right now, and it's under the Biden administration. So why would you attribute debt added through the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act to the Biden administration? It makes no sense. You want to reference what they signed into law.
Because these aren't
Lisa, think of the $5.
the numbers. I'm not citing numbers from the TCJA. I'm not citing those numbers. And I'm not citing
what Parker is saying.
As
What Parker is saying is that a lot of the funding that you're talking about was already appropriated by Congress. So if something was appropriated by Congress before Biden got into office, obviously that is not the doing of Joe Biden.
But I'm
You
not
understand?
citing. I said $2 trillion in executive order.
Yeah, so the president doesn't
My
control the
man.
wallet. So that's pre-appropriated funds. The president can't just like make money, right? Congress controls the wallet.
Well,
So these are
that he
pre-appropriated
can't.
Who's the current Speaker of the House?
Did you just get me with the gotcha off the rip?
Who's the current Speaker of the House?
What? He just got fucking voted out. It was Kevin. What's his
No.
face? He got
What?
voted out.
No, what are you talking about? What are you even saying? It's Mike Johnson. Okay, he's the Speaker of the House. Who is what party
Well,
affiliation
if you're
is
googling
that?
now, like,
Yeah,
it
seriously, what party affiliation is that? I'll give you a hint. It starts with an
The
R.
House is not. Yes, I understand. The House is Democratic right now.
what?
What? Oh, I just.
It didn't just swing.
What do you mean?
Dude. I told them Republican too. I literally said R. I said the first letter is R, and you got it wrong.
We
You
also
said he
just
was a
talked about how this
Democrat.
report came from a Republican committee in the House.
Oh my god, I'm gonna cry, dude.
It's so painful.
Budget
Okay, well,
House Committee, by the
You're
way.
confusing me.
Yeah, but I'm confusing you. Well, that's
I'm
apparently not
confusing
that
you.
hard to do. Not that hard.
I think you were already confused.
Yeah, I think you've been confused for quite some time.
No.
Quite some time. Tyler, thank you for the $1. I appreciate you. And Emma, thanks for the $1. It's crazy. And Julie,
Well-
thanks for the $15. I appreciate you so much with the blue heart. Love that, Julie. Thank you so much. And Taylor, thanks for the 5. And Cameron, thanks for the 1. I appreciate you guys.
I can't even believe reality right now.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, this is
Let's
painful, man. This is painful. You came up and you cited a Republican source. Don't know who the Speaker of the House is. Don't even know who controls the Speaker of the House. I mean, this is God, this is sad, man.
well, look, man. I thought we were talking about Biden's presidency.
No, we are. You're still citing a Republican source. We're citing a nonpartisan source. So
Yeah. So do you care about fiscal responsibility?
A little bit. I think. I mean, a lot of it is baked into the cake, man. A lot of it's just going to happen. Most government spending is just going to happen.
Oh, okay. So now he doesn't. Now the Republican Party doesn't care about fiscal responsibility.
yeah.
I do. I do. I just think there's not much to negate it.
You could not sign in a bunch of debt like Donald Trump did.
Yep. You could sign off less debt, like almost half as much debt, like how Biden did.
Yeah.
Dude,
And get more done while doing
60%
it,
of
by the
was
way.
for COVID spending.
Wait, I take into account non-COVID. Actually, most of it was non-COVID.
Yeah.
If you want to look at Trump's administration, 4.8
Most of
trillion.
it was COVID. That's not true.
Yeah, 4.8 trillion non-COVID related out of 8.4 trillion. Can you do 8.4 divided by 2, please? What is that? Tell me.
Yeah, but
What is 8.4 divided by 2?
I don't know, man.
You don't know? You don't know 8.4 divided by
With
2?
the gotchas again, dude.
You don't know
It's not
8.4
a
divided by
gotcha.
2?
8.4 divided by 2
Yeah.
is 4.8. It's 4.2.
Okay.
4.2.
Okay.
It's not 4.8.
All right. Is that more or less than 4.8?
Look, man. There was only 6 trillion added to the
More
debt.
or less? More or less?
Of that 6 trillion,
More
4
or less.
over
Is 4
4.
point-
Oh, I don't know, man. Put me on the spot.
This is just like embarrassing.
I think
dude. Like, it's not even,
4.2
like,
is a
it's not even funny,
littler
man. It's
number
just
than
embarrassing.
4.8, guy.
It's just embarrassing, dude. It's just really.
The gotchas are wild.
It's not a gotcha. It's not a gotcha. It's a very simple question.
What's the question? Is 4.8 bigger than
We're
4.2?
essentially saying it's more than half. It's clearly more than half.
That's yeah, but there's 8 trillion in total spending. Not all of that was attributed to the 10-year debt. There's 6 trillion to the
Dude.
debt.
Dude, you understand? Dude, what? I don't even know what this guy's saying. 8.4 trillion overall, 4.8 trillion was non-COVID related. Can
Was
you
it,
do
though?
Can you?
Yeah, I mean, this guy doesn't even know what planet he's
I would
on.
have to pull that up.
You don't even know where you are. You don't even know where you are.
I would have to pull that up.
Might want to do that. Also, a calculator might make things easier for you.
8.4 divided by
Yeah, a
2.
calculator would be very
Question, though.
helpful.
Yeah, it makes your life a little bit easier.
Yo, Deeksha, thank you so much for the $50 on Venmo. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
W's in the
definitely will.
chat.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. That is incredibly kind of you. That is incredibly kind of you. Yo, W for them. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
Well, look, boys. What are we talking about? Like, why do you think Harris would have been better, honestly? Her housing plan?
Yeah. Her housing plan was
What was
better
good
than
about
Donald
the
Trump's
housing plan? It
non-existent
was
housing
just
plan.
government
Here, let's
subsidies
ask him.
and
Let's
rent
ask him this.
caps, which
Let's
would
ask him this
destroy
question.
the housing market.
Hey, let's ask you this question. Can you name Trump's housing affordability policy, healthcare policy, or childcare policy?
Look, the childcare policy they ripped off Trump's childcare policy.
Well, then what is it?
He
Laney
was
thinks
pushing
about it.
for what, dude? I don't know the number. It's
Yeah.
a child tax credit of like $8,000.
You don't know his childcare
No,
policy.
he was. You think he was advocating for an $8,000 child tax credit? Jesus fucking
Maybe
Christ! dude, what planet?
$5,000.
What fucking dimension are you in? What seriously, dude?
I
C-148?
literally said, dude, I literally said I don't know the number. Is it 5? Is it 5,000? Is it 3,000?
Jesus Christ, man.
You tell me.
Can you,
What was Harris's?
if you don't know the numbers, you can tell us his other policies. We just asked for his healthcare policy or his housing policy.
It's 2,000, by the way.
Well,
Sinhead.
you both
that's not
know
changing
it's
the current
non-existent.
policy.
There doesn't need. Look, man, there doesn't
Oh,
need
he
to be
agreed.
a housing
It's
policy.
non-existent.
Wait, you agree it's
Yes,
non-existent?
I told you it's.
Oh,
Look, man,
my-
the
and you
housing
voted for it.
policy does not fix the housing market. How you fix the market is by fixing the economy. Her housing policy,
How do you
which is
fix
just
the economy
subsidies,
without fucking policy? How do you fix the
Dude.
economy without policy?
not without a housing policy. I'm talking about the housing policy.
So wait, are you
boys.
aware that housing prices went up every single year of Donald Trump's presidency?
So did median household income.
But would you agree that the economy was good under Donald Trump?
Yes, I would agree
Okay.
that
So
median household
obviously
income
the
was
economy
up
being
like
good,
$6,000
the economy being
across the
good
board.
doesn't automatically correlate to the housing market being good. Right? So,
Dude, the housing market is hinged on the economy.
In order to fix the housing crisis problem, we actually need to intervene and pass policy. What Kamala Harris wanted
You
to do
need to fucking
is,
throw government
is work with
subsidies and
developers to
rent
build
caps
3
at it.
million new houses. The problem right now is that the supply is not meeting the demand. We have states
Dude,
like California, for example,
understand.
which have
Listen.
bad zoning laws, which make it incredibly difficult to build certain houses. Those laws need to be reformed. We need to build more houses across the country, especially in population density areas, population dense
Dude.
areas. That's how we do it.
Do you think
That's
it's
how we solve
wise to put rent caps on those properties?
it. Do I think it's wise? What rent caps are you referencing?
She would. That's what's half of her housing policy, dude. Was proposed rent caps and fucking government subsidies, dude.
Do I?
Down
Oh yeah. Do I
payment
think that? Do I
assistance.
think laws surrounding rent is good? Yeah, absolutely.
Dude, rent caps are a failed policy from back in the Clinton days, my boy.
Wait, please elaborate on that. Please elaborate. How would Kamala Harris's rent policy have been bad? Like,
Rent
what were
caps
the-
is what I'm saying.
We're
Wait,
talking
why
about
is that bad? Yeah.
we're talking about Kamala Harris's policy specifically.
Yes, we're talking about rent caps.
Her policy specifically. How would her policy specifically be bad?
Because it's a proposed down payment government subsidy assistance and
Are you talking about the
rent caps
$25,000
on properties.
Are you talking about the $25,000?
Down payment assistance. That's a government
Yeah, so you're
subsidy.
talking about two different things. So like regulating the amount that landlords can raise their rent by per year is different
Dude,
than down payment
I
assistance.
understand.
I don't think you do because you just were
understand.
talking about the two at the same time.
Dude, what do you think down
Dude,
payment
come
assistance
on, hit me with
is?
it. Hit
You don't think it's a government subsidy?
Wait. Hold on. Just time out for a second. Let me say this again and maybe you'll understand now. A policy surrounding how much landlords can raise their rent per year is different from down payment assistance.
Dude, I understand.
Okay, do you understand that now? So you were just talking about how Kamala Harris's rent policy is going to be bad.
I just told you, rent caps, down payment assistance.
Okay, so let's start with
the
the rent policy. How would have Kamala Harris's rent policies been bad?
Rent
Are
caps.
you're against having regulation on how much landlords can raise their rent per year? Is that what I'm understanding?
Yes, dude. Rent caps destroy property value and drive up the prices. They're a failed policy.
That's utter
nonsense.
That's utter nonsense.
They didn't work in the 90s.
That's utter nonsense.
They didn't work in the 90s. Dude.
That's utter. That's not even what she was proposing. She was saying that
would he advocate that it wouldn't work in the circumstance in which there was Trump is advocating for caps on insulin and Trump's advocating for caps on like credit cards?
That's not the housing market, man.
Oh, okay.
The
wait.
pharmaceutical industry and the housing industry are two very different things.
Exactly. So, can you give me any evidence that the particular rent control within the context of housing was negatively impactful when implemented?
Dude, yes, man. I just said it drives up demand. It literally disincentivizes investment. It disincentivizes more production because nobody's going to want to produce something that's going to be rent capped. They're not going to do it.
What do you think is going to create a larger disincentive for investment? A 5% rent cap specifically, or a tariff on Canada's lumber?
This is the thing, man. Canada, all these countries, what you don't understand about
Can't
tariffs,
answer that question.
is these corporate. I'm telling you
can
right
you answer
now,
the question, please?
Canada will front. The Canadian corporations have to pay the tariff.
No.
To the U.S. market.
No. U.S.
Stop
importers.
it, dude.
Oh my God.
Stop it. Listen. U.S. importers will pay the tariff. The reason why they pay the tariff is so that you can incentivize domestic production. Otherwise, there would be nothing incentivizing domestic production.
They pay part of it.
No.
The foreign corporation.
No.
Dude, stop it, man. Listen, are you going to let me speak?
You're just straight up wrong. You're just straight up wrong.
Well, can you let me speak?
If you're going to say some
then
dumb shit like that, no, I can't.
There wouldn't be an increase in domestic production.
Look, man, if we propose a 10 or 20% tariff on Chinese companies, on Chinese goods, the Chinese companies will pay that tariff to bring their goods to the most valuable market in the world.
You are out of your goddamn whole.
No,
listen, man, they're already
That's not how tariffs work. That's not how tariffs work.
Senate,
dude,
then they wouldn't be priced out of the market, which would mean that there wouldn't be an increase in listen, they wouldn't be priced out of the market.
They're already doing it.
Listen, they wouldn't be priced out of the tariff's not even in place. They wouldn't be priced out of the market. The reason why they wouldn't be priced out of the market is because it is the case that there wouldn't be an increase in domestic production if they weren't priced out of the market. So do you believe that tariffs cause an increase in domestic production?
Eventually. That's the long game.
So no, they don't.
It takes time. It takes time to bring the supply chain back.
How can it increase domestic production without causing prices of imported goods to go up?
How can it what?
How can it cause an increase in domestic production without causing an increase in the price of imported goods?
Look, man, the increase on prices here, where we pay the prices, is marginal. Most of the tariff is paid by the foreign company.
No,
and
it's
they
not.
will
Give me one source that says that. No economist.
I'm sorry. I'm shattering your world.
A source.
Dude, they're already doing it. It's happening in real time.
Hey, source.
It's happening in real time.
Source.
What do you think's happening right now?
Citation, please.
Okay.
Citation.
What do you think is happening?
No. Citation. Citation.
Okay. Here.
It's a complete misunderstanding about tariffs work. Just a complete
It's not, dude. I'm sorry. This shatters your universe.
No, there's no shattering. There's no shattering. The only thing that's going to be shattered is your entire argument in a second when you debunk yourself.
Dude, stop. Dude, it's happening right now.
Source.
Literally, look at what's happening right now.
Source.
Okay. Oh, look at that. One day ago, Biden unveils fresh China tariff hikes. Wow.
Yeah, that's not across the board tariffs.
Do you think those are going to be good or bad?
We're in favor of targeted tariffs.
Who do you think's going to pay those targeted tariffs?
As I said, their entire argument is
The
that these
Chinese
American
corporation?
companies.
No, the consumer. No, the consumer pays it in order to increase domestic production.
We've been saying this the entire time.
Look, man.
That like on targeted tariffs, the American company that imports that good is going to pay the tariff. That's why we're putting these tariffs on to incentivize, like, for example, Chinese electric vehicles. We're putting tariffs on Chinese electric vehicles so we can boost production here in the United States, or at least incentivize people to buy American electric vehicles.
Look, man, you need to understand.
Source.
These countries will
source.
to bring their goods to the. It doesn't make sense to you. It doesn't make sense to you.
Source muted. Source. I'm waiting. Please find me a source that says that the companies are paying the tariffs, the Chinese company. Please. Zoe, thanks for the $1. I appreciate you. And Diksha, thanks for the $50. W's for Diksha in the chat. $50. I work at a public university in NY, and it's painful hearing education failing on this level. Yo, W, Diksha in the chat. Please. W's. $50 from Diksha.
Lily with $100 on Venmo. Can we get some W's for Lily in the comment section right now? Thank you so much, Lily. Holy shit, Lily. Thank you so much for the $100 on Venmo. Holy shit. W Lily's in the chat right now. Thank you so much, Lily.
And keep the W's going for Lily for the $100 on Venmo. I appreciate you so much, Lily. W in the chat for Lily. $100 for both Parker and I. Please fill the chat with W's for Lily. At least at a minimum 200 W's for Lily. Please. I appreciate you, Lily. Shout out you.
Are you gonna unmute me?
Yeah, I'm waiting for your source. Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go,
baby. Axios.com.
Axios. Good.
Coming at you.
Yep. Shadow, thank you for the $1 as well. I appreciate you. And Angela, thanks for the $5. NYC recommendations. Oh my God. Hold on. Look who else. NYC recommendations. I don't even know. It depends on what you want. Look who it is.
Look who that is.
Wow.
What is going on? How we doing, gentlemen?
We're talking to a guy who thinks that Chinese companies pay for the tariffs when we put a tariff on them. So.
They already are, and they will continue to do so.
Okay, we gotta fix this. Santa, do you mind if I run a couple of ideas by here? Are you ready?
Are you talking to me?
I am. Yeah.
How's it going, by the way, buddy?
It's going all right, buddy. I just wanted to run an idea by here.
No need to be ugly. I'm being nice.
Well, I'm being nice too, man. I think you're being ugly, but anyways.
Why am I being ugly?
Well, how about
we stop talking and listen to him, please?
Get to the point, okay?
You listen to him,
so here's the point. Would you agree with me that those damn tariffs are supposed to cause more domestic production of goods?
In the long run, yes, that's the goal.
That is the goal, right?
It's also the goal. Like, I don't understand why the left is suddenly opposed to regulations.
Can you just shut the hell up and listen? Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, listen. I'm obviously running an argument on you. I obviously have something more to say.
Okay, I'd love to hear it.
You obviously shut the hell up. Anyways, back to what I was saying.
Dude.
Okay.
Why are you mad already?
Just be quiet, buddy.
You just popped in.
Just be quiet.
I'm having fun. Fun.
Shut the hell up already, buddy.
Yeah, just be quiet, please. Thank you.
Just shut up.
Just stop talking.
Okay, right, guys. Sorry.
Phenomenal. Anyways, back to what I was saying.
Shouldn't have said anything.
Oh my God. Are you done? Thanks.
Yes.
So we just agreed that tariffs are supposed. Jesus. We just agreed that tariffs are supposed to incentivize a higher level of domestic production of goods in the long term. So I'm going to tell you how tariffs do that imply that tariffs cause inflation and the end consumer ends up paying that. And I want you to tell me where I go wrong. So the way that I believe tariffs cause a higher level of domestic production of goods is by artificially increasing the price of goods imported from other countries, because that company in China that is producing those goods wants to keep the same profit margin, so they ultimately throw that tax off to the consumer by increasing the price of their good. And then what that results in is the end consumer all of a sudden having more incentive to buy from domestic producers, because the goods from other countries that were cheaper before are now more expensive, which then causes a greater increase in production of goods from American producers. Do you agree with that?
He has to say no under his worldview in order to be able to say that tariffs.
If you could figure
Yeah,
out how
I
to
mean-
unmute, that'd be great.
And if you say no, I just want to know where I went wrong. Okay, I mean,
Literally, I can't. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was muted.
Yes, we're aware. Now speak.
Interesting.
Okay, so repeat your question, Dean.
Indeed.
Okay, I'll sum it up. So I'm going to ask you where I am going wrong in my hypothesis of how tariffs cause inflation. Is that okay?
Yeah, tell me.
Okay, so I believe that tariffs cause inflation because tariffs are designed to promote American manufacturing of goods. Okay, and the way that tariffs do that is by artificially increasing the prices of goods imported from other countries, which ultimately gives consumers in the American market more incentive to buy from American producers because the competitors' pricing of their foreign goods has increased.
That's only a piece of it.
Okay, well, you
Like,
just agreed
buying
that
domestic
tariffs
is
cause
great.
inflation.
Buying domestic is great. Bringing the supply chain back is great. That's all
just
good
wanna-
and
I just
all.
wanna
But it's also about
you affirm that what I
leveling
just
the
said was true.
trade playing field.
I just want to check. Do you affirm that what I just said was true?
Half of it,
Okay, which part of it
Half
was
of it.
false?
that it artificially inflates prices in the U.S. market, dude, because it
that's
only
bad. That's bad.
marginally
You can't say that.
increases prices, man. Stop it.
So
dude.
it only marginally causes inflation.
Marginally. Inflation is happening regardless of anything.
Oh, but you would admit that.
Do you even know what
inflation-
marginally means? Or are you just using it to say like
I don't
small?
think I do. Let me get my dictionary.
Well, I mean, like seemingly, right? I mean, you're doing what Nick Fuentes did. So when I debated him, he first said that tariffs don't cause inflation. I ran the same exact argument on him, and then he said word for word what you said, that tariffs cause a small amount of inflation. So I mean, let's
Literally,
just face
yes,
the fact,
dude.
sir.
And that's
At
what's
the end of the
happening right
day,
now.
You don't have a defensible position. Tariffs are inflationary, and they're designed to be such. And by the way, it's not marginal.
They're not
It's what
designed to be
they're estimating.
inflationary.
Yeah, because if they're not inflationary, then they're not incentivizing further domestic production of goods.
Wait, so by the way, if you
Look,
say
dude.
inflation is marginal, I just want to let you know that means that there's only a marginal increase in domestic production.
No, that's not true.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
No, it's
wait,
not,
So how,
dude.
wait,
Listen,
if that is
let
the
me
if
break
that
it
is the
down. I'll
if,
break it
if
down
that is
for
the
you.
hold up, no, if that is the mechanism by which there is a greater level of domestic production, well, then it follows that if there is a greater if there's a marginal increase in the price, there's only going to be a marginal increase in domestic production. That's just how it follows.
Damn, Parker, that was a good one.
I know, right?
Why are all three of you so salty right now? Also,
Nobody's
Why do you
nobody's
have no
salty.
response? You're the one that's
Let's
salty
just-
because you have no
let's
response.
just
to what I
settle
just
down.
said. You have no response to what I just said. So is it a marginal increase? Is it a marginal
Dude, what
increase
you
in domestic
just
production?
said. Listen, are you gonna let me talk?
No.
Will you like say something that's relevant? Like Parker's over here, like
Yes,
fucking you
I will
up.
answer his
You're
thing
so
right now,
salty.
dude.
You're so salty. Like it, dude. Engage with the substance of
Listen,
the
man,
debate. Stop running
I'll tell
away
him.
with the
I'll
ball.
tell him. I'll engage within the substance of the debate. He said a marginal increase in inflation only means a marginal increase in domestic production. Doesn't that
Sounds
make
like you're
sense?
the only one that's salty right now. By the way, I mean you're doing all this, bro. Just get to the point. All right, go
that
ahead.
was my Parker impression. I'm sorry. if it's
Just get to
bad.
the point, would you please? Just go ahead.
Literally. Okay, I'll break it down one more time.
You haven't broken it down
China,
yet. There's not one more.
China is beating us up. They have cheaper labor. They have more people. They can undercut our wages. You understand this? You understand this? Yes?
We're letting you speak, buddy. Just get to the point,
Okay.
please.
So they are undercutting everything we do. They can do it because they have the people. They have 1 billion people. They can do that. What we can do to level the playing field is put tariffs on China, which is already Biden literally
Man, I'm gonna interject.
raised
The reason-
Trump's tariffs.
The reason that I'm interjecting.
I'm not done. I'm not
No,
done.
you are done. You are done. Because
Trump? No, I'm not, dude.
You're done. You're done,
Yeah,
buddy.
yeah, you are.
the
You're
reason
done.
that you're done is because you're not actually responding to what we were saying. And I'm not gonna like blame this on you because maybe you got confused. So right now, what you are trying to do is just justify having the tariffs in the first place because China relies on slave labor. They produce goods so cheaply. We can't compete. We must impose tariffs on them. But the point that me, Parker, and Harry were making was that tariffs cause inflation. I mean, like seemingly, me, Parker, and Harry could agree that tariffs are good for like increasing the amount of goods that we produce in the country, while also affirming that they cause inflation, and that's bad. right? If you want to know what my thoughts are, I agree with you. Imposing tariffs on China ultimately do lead to a greater increase of US produced goods. But we still shouldn't implement tariffs because there's other ways that we could increase domestic production of goods that don't create the harmful consequences that tariffs do. Okay, like the best example would just be investing money into U.S. producers. Okay, that is something that both Biden and Trump did. Right, Trump with the Farm Bill, Biden and Harris with the Infrastructure Bill and the Chips and Science Act, and it didn't cause inflation. It didn't destroy American-based companies. It achieved the same end goal and created no of the negative consequences. Right, and that is the way that we
it just caused China to fucking reverse tariff the minerals we need for chips.
Wait, they would only respond with tariffs if we put tariffs in place. Typically speaking,
Yes, but
China
listen,
has only
do you
done that.
disagree with Biden raising Trump's tariffs?
Yes.
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah, it depends on what we're talking about, though. Like, it depends
We're
on what
talking about
tariff.
the tariffs that Trump imposed on China that Biden just increased.
The tariffs on China that Biden. So, wait, on which ones? Because I don't know which ones you're referencing.
Energy,
if you're referencing the beginning of his administration.
Electric cars and batteries.
Oh, electric cars? I don't really have an issue with the ones on electric cars.
You don't.
Yeah, because I want to spur U.S. production of renewable energies.
Look, you don't you don't have a problem with Biden's tariffs on China, even though they're Trump's tariffs that he just increased.
It's not a universal one, right? One. Two, it's a hyper-specific one for a specific function, and I think that's a good function. That makes sense.
Thank you for co-signing Trump's tariffs. Let me just
okay. Wait, I wouldn't disagree if Trump did that tariff. If Trump did that tariff, I wouldn't disagree with it.
Can I speak one time without you interrupting me?
Maybe.
What you need to understand about the tariffs, man, these countries will pay the tariff. They will front the bill to bring their goods to the most valuable market in the world.
No.
That's not
they
common.
won't because they're already doing it.
Really? So we're still waiting on the source on that, by the way.
Dude, literally, you don't think China's paying
Just
tariffs
please
right
a source.
now?
I don't need a dude literally. I just need a source, please. Thanks.
Okay, yeah, here.
Appreciate it. Still waiting on it, by the way. I'm waiting like 30 minutes.
2 hours later.
Joe, thanks for the $2. I appreciate you.
Solid SpongeBob ref.
That was ref is
Topical.
crazy.
That was super cringe.
Topical
yeah,
reference.
Really cringy. Really cringy. You could just say reference. You don't have to go you don't have to shorten it. It's not a word that needs to be shortened. Lena, thanks for the $25. I appreciate you. That's very kind.
Just trying to be cool like you guys.
And Jennifer, thanks for the $10 as well.
Well, we don't claim to be cool, buddy.
Yeah, we don't.
Oh, I
we
did.
also don't shorten reference to ref. We don't do that.
Wait, you said we're not claiming to be cool, all right? I'm awesome.
Yeah, dude. Don't sell yourself short.
Yeah, only Dean is.
Whoa, buddy. Look at that. Biden orders up to 50% tariffs on some solar energy components from China 14 hours
That's
ago.
renewable
established that a
energy
moment
production.
We established that a moment ago.
I actually still.
Okay, so you're down with those tariffs.
I actually personally disagree with even that.
Really?
Why do you disagree?
Because that made solar panels from China 132% more expensive. It's like if we were to invest more like millions and billions of dollars into R&D in America, we could achieve the same end goal without that unnecessary consequence to the end consumer.
So yeah, the point is we're doing both. In the context of renewable energies, we are not only tariffing them, which creates an increase in domestic production, but we're also engaging in the increase in domestic production by investing in it through the Inflation Reduction Act.
Haley, thank you so much for the $10 on PayPal. I appreciate you for the love, Haley.
So in hyper-specific reasons, it could make sense for us to do both. That's kind of what I would say.
Tariffs.
Even though you have a slight
$1.
increase in the cost right now.
Okay, also, you keep calling Trump's tariffs universal. What differentiates targeted from universal in your eyes? If it's not a 10% tariff on all goods, it's just China. Is that a universal tariff or a targeted tariff?
So
if it's on China, it's a universal on China.
Universal.
Universal on China.
Universal means it doesn't mean that we have tariffs on every single country around the world. It just means that if we're engaging with a country in trade and we put tariffs on every single product that they are sending to the United States, that's a universal tariff. However,
Universal
if
tariff.
we put tariffs on like electric vehicles or solar panels, that's targeted tariffs. Those are on specific products.
I think it's actually most worthwhile talking about the proposed tariffs on Canada. Like, dude, how do you like literally? I mean, and I mean this seriously. How do you justify Trump's tariffs on Canada? So we need to consider 2 points. The first point here is experts are estimating that this 25% tariff on Canada is going to increase the price of your gas by like 40 to 70 cents a gallon. Because
Here's the thing, though.
no, stop.
You
Stop.
all
Shut the
say
fuck up. You stop
experts
talking.
are estimating.
You stop
There's no
talking.
proof of
You
it.
stop talking. You stop talking until I'm done. You got it? Good boy. Back
Sorry,
to what I was
Dean.
saying. Now you stop. Thank you. Got back to what I was saying. Holy shit. Okay, here we
boy.
go. With no interruption. Awesome this time. We're going to do it this time with no interruption. I want
All right,
to
good
know
boy.
how... You can't steal my joke then run with it.
I'm just saying, good boy.
Are you talking to yourself looking in the mirror?
I'm just staring at
Good boy.
myself.
Awesome. Anyways, back to what I was saying. So, how do you justify Trump's tariffs on Canada? And there's three main points here. So, first of all, experts are estimating that this will increase a single gallon of your gasoline by upwards of 30 to 40 to 70 cents a gallon, which unfortunately makes sense considering that Canada would account for 70% of our natural gas and oil imports. And then on top of that, as of literally today, Canada now stands so opposed to these tariffs that they are now threatening to stop all oil and gas into America if Trump were to impose them. And that is literally so fucking drastic. That will
Can I speak?
That will cripple our oil and gas sacks. And that is
Oh my God, no, it
And I
won't.
also just want to put it out there.
It just won't.
That it's also the case that oil and gas from Canada is so important to America that Donald Trump signed the USMCA into law last time he was president, which was a trade agreement that the right paraded and
Yes, I
celebrated
know. You renegotiated
years
NAFTA. I
to
understand
reduce
that.
tariffs on trade with countries like Canada.
Here's the thing, dude. I was all for him renegotiating NAFTA. It was a net positive, wasn't it?
Yes, it was, but you're actively contradicting that because the goal of it was to reduce the cost of trade between our two countries, like reducing tariffs. And now you're saying that it's a good thing to increase them again. So why was it good in
Look,
2018?
we did not negotiate in
But it's
Canada's interest. We
bad,
negotiated in
but
the
now it's
U.S.
good to
Are you going to let me
increase
talk?
tariffs.
Can I talk?
Why was it good to reduce tariffs on Canada then, but it's good to increase tariffs on Canada now?
Because, man, you don't understand how Trump uses tariffs, man.
That was like the most low IQ response. I've ever
Listen, dude. Listen, I'll
Dude,
unpack
no,
it for
seriously,
you
dude,
if
that
you
was
let
the
me
best
speak.
response I've ever heard. I didn't consider that.
Let me speak. Let me
Consider us
speak.
all debunked. There's no coming back from that one. Wow.
Listen,
We're cooked.
literally, are all three of you going to talk while I'm trying to talk?
Yeah.
Well, if you're going to say nothing of substance, I mean, we
Yeah.
might as well, right?
If you keep
Well, you're
saying
not going
dumb
to let me
shit, we're all
speak,
gonna.
so.
I mean, we've let you speak, and you've only said dumb
Yeah,
shit.
you've been speaking for
Look,
like
dude.
a long time, buddy. We're still waiting
Well-
for like anything of substance. It's just
Well,
not
you
happening
keep
yet.
cutting me off every time I talk, so it's kind of
Well,
hard.
I mean, when you say shit like that, it's like how do you expect it to just sit there and be like, oh yeah, it's very informative. Go ahead though.
Well,
you can
dude,
speak
I
once more.
literally,
You can speak once more.
just consider the fact I'm arguing against three little boys right now who are upset.
If your argument's
They're
good and
upset.
backed by fact, you should be able to do it.
Yeah,
That
well, that's what
Dean and I have done. Like
if they
31
didn't cut me off and mute me, I would be talking.
just to be clear, you've talked quite a bit and you've said nothing yet. So by all means, you're welcome
I've
to
said a
talk
whole
again.
lot. Listen, man.
Whole lot of shit. Yeah, a whole lot
dude,
of crap.
listen. Okay, you're
lot
going to
of
cut me
crap.
off again 10 seconds in.
Go
Are you going to
ahead.
let me talk?
Go ahead.
Okay, thank you.
Wait, I actually
Renegotiating NAFTA was okay. Yeah, cut me off again.
Listen, I feel bad for it, but the reason I have to cut you off is, boys, my girlfriend just got here, so I got to dip. But Harry,
right,
peace out, man.
Appreciate it, man. No problem.
Yo, that's dope,
Enjoy.
Dean. Have a nice day.
Shut up.
All right, go for it, Sin.
I'm just saying that's.
Just be quiet. Just go. Just go.
Okay.
Just go.
Dude, renegotiating NAFTA was a good thing. Dude, you got so upset when I.
That was just fun.
Oh man, that's funny. You're muted right now, buddy. You gotta figure it out.
That one's always good.
Yeah.
Okay, am I unmuted?
You're unmuted now. Yep.
Renegotiating NAFTA was a good thing. Net positive. We agree.
Sorry, I had to do just one more time. Just once. Seriously, just once. I'm sorry. I'm done.
Oh man. All right.
Okay, can you mute me one more time so we can do that whole thing? Give me a mute, babe.
You
You're
can't
welcome.
say can you and then
I mean, he asked for it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I give the people what they ask for. You know.
while you're speaking about the renegotiation of NAFTA, like what were the main points that changed from NAFTA to the USMCA that you like?
Mexican production, basically. Mexican production was a problem for us. We lost a lot of manufacturing jobs to Mexico. Initially, Canada wasn't really the problem with NAFTA. It was Mexico, dude.
So Donald Trump still
You would
outsourced more
agree with
jobs than
that?
Obama did, though.
Dude, according to fucking what?
Business Insider and the federal
What kind of
government. That's where they
jobs?
got the data from.
Which jobs did he outsource?
I can show you the article if you want.
Bring it up. Just tell me the jobs if you know them.
Yeah, 1 second.
Do you not?
No, let me pull up the article for you. So it's actually, sorry, it's Bloomberg. It's the offshoring of U.S. jobs increase on Trump's watch. They say there's a fairly good barometer of data kept by the U.S. Department of Labor on applications for trade adjustment assistance, a federal aid program for workers dislocated by the effects of trade. Those petitions, importantly, can be filed by workers and local government officials as well as firms. They are all investigated and certified by the Labor Department, which tries to establish which country the jobs are heading. If you dive into the data, as we did for the story, on how a company founded by Commerce Secretary Wilbur Ross has been closing factories in the U.S. and shifting production overseas, even if he serves in Trump's cabinet, you find some interesting tidbits. Between Trump's inauguration day and the end of June this year, the Labor Department certified 1,996 petitions related to companies shifting work overseas. Those petitions covered 184,888 jobs in fields ranging from manufacturing to back office functions for financial service companies. In other words, offshoring didn't stop under Donald Trump. For the equivalent period of President Barack Obama's second term, the Labor Department actually certified fewer petitions covering fewer jobs, 1,811 petitions affecting 172,336 jobs, which in theory means more than 12,500 jobs were offshored under Donald Trump than Obama.
Okay, listen. What do you think about the Obama economy?
I mean, can you just respond?
You understand it was historic. You understand it was the worst economy since World War II, correct?
That actually makes no sense. How do you quantify that?
There was, go by GDP, dude. There was literally average 1.5
Wow.
GDP growth under Obama.
So you're
It
talking
was
about
half
GDP.
of Jimmy
You're talking about
Carter's.
You're talking about GDP growth. So what you're not taking into account. Wait, actually, if you look at specifically 2012 through 2000.
Stop it, dude. What were you doing during Obama?
Can I reference?
Can you just shut the fuck
2000
up? Thank you.
Were you in the real world or were
Excuse
you
me. Can
in
you
high
shut the fuck
school?
up? Can you shut the fuck up? Thank you pretty
Were
much.
you in high
Well,
school?
I have
Go
an
ahead, Parker.
econ degree, so I did study
Go
this.
on.
I have an econ degree, so I did.
In
study
high
this.
school, you were in high school when Obama was president.
Can you just shut the fuck up? Thank you. Go
How
ahead,
was
Parker.
that for you?
So now I'm going to make you shut the fuck up. You offered and you didn't take it. So go ahead, Parker.
Yeah, so if you actually look at like 2013 through 2000 to 2000 up to 2017, it is the case that we had a similar trend of increase in GDP growth than what we had between the years of 2017 through 2019. Right. So like, I don't understand specifically how you're going to sit there and argue, oh, it's so bad under the what's it called? In terms of real GDP growth, by the way, if you look at the Obama administration, but it was so good under Trump. It was the same fucking trend, literally the exact same trend. Okay. You saying, oh, it was so bad. That's just such a ridiculous statement, right? The only reason
bad,
Trump,
actually.
the only
worst
reason
since
Trump
World
had
War
his
II.
good, the only reason you considered Trump had his good economy is because of the trend that existed prior
As
under
good
Obama.
economy
that
as
was continued.
Obama, as a robust economy as Obama.
It was already trending up in the same way that.
Do you know anybody that was
Trump,
working when
Trump,
Obama was
Trump
president?
Trump was literally being like, "Oh my God, the economy's so great," and it's like it was the trend that came from Obama. So the same economy he said was
Dude,
bad under
stop it.
Obama, he's now arguing is good. You guys have no fucking
That's
spine
hilarious.
intellectually.
Listen,
You have
man.
zero spine
Stop
intellectually.
it. Listen, man. I'll tell you what happened. I'll tell you exactly what happened. Subprime mortgages under Clinton, subprime mortgages were a Clinton thing. That's what caused the housing bubble to pop. Subprime mortgages under Clinton. You understand that, right?
So one, you can't say that's Obama's fault. One,
Housing bubble
two,
pops.
you understand
Under
that
Obama.
Wait. You understand that the
Popped
setup
before
specifically for like the particular types of mortgage-backed securities that you'd be referencing and those particular like loans and whatnot. The backing for those, you'd have to give me a reason to believe that they all came under the Bill Clinton administration. I don't think that's true. I think there were plenty of them.
They
that came
were
under Bush.
literally a result of dude. They were a result.
Wait, so then why didn't it happen earlier?
I'll give you.
So then why didn't it happen earlier?
Source.
Yeah, go ahead. Why didn't it
Because
happen
it took
earlier?
a while for the housing bubble to pop.
Yeah,
But it also didn't pop
subprime
under
mortgages
Obama.
get signed under
yeah.
Clinton. Stop it, dude. Listen, are you letting me talk?
I'm just saying it. You said it popped under Obama. It didn't pop under
Subprime
Obama.
mortgages started. It popped under at the end of Bush, but Obama inherited a bad economy. I will give you
Yeah.
that.
So just to be clear, but it didn't pop
But
under
his
Obama.
recovery. Okay, yes, it popped at the end of Bush. I understand that. Literally, his recovery was the worst. Boys, you need to understand. His economy was the worst, literally, since World War II. 1.5 GDP growth is atrocious, and it was half of Jimmy Carter's, which was 3.3.
Yeah, wait. I'm still waiting on that source.
You would agree that's
provides
bad.
it all.
We're still
I'm
waiting
on the source
for
that provides it all came from Bill Clinton. Because I don't even think
Yes,
that's.
they were a result.
We're also waiting on that source that said that the companies in China are paying for tariffs. By the way, I'm still waiting on that.
They already are, dude. They literally
but you
are,
keep
man.
saying it, but we've asked for a source for 30 minutes now. So you have two couple things to bring to us. Do that and the source that was all because of Clinton.
Clinton?
Both the two sources,
My
please.
God,
So
dude,
some
it's
are cut out
crazy that you have to come with sources for
there.
everything.
Oh God,
you
it's
say
so
with
terrible
you
that you have to
guys.
cite your.
Oh my
stuff.
God, we have to provide evidence and facts.
Oh.
Aha!
Like,
When I
dude,
go
do
on
I have
Bag of Lies, I don't
sources
have to do
on
this.
deck? I'm not a psycho, dude. I don't do this for a living.
You're not a psycho for having evidence? Okay.
I don't have 10 sources on deck, like, at all times.
You don't need to have 10 sources.
Yeah.
What? We asked you for one.
Also, the average
There
Parker
we
was right.
go.
The average GDP growth under Obama's second term was 2.4%. Under Donald Trump, it was 2.4.
No, dude, it was no. Stop
two-
it. The
2 point
average
what,
was 1.9.
No, I'm looking in
the
Obama's
peak.
second term. I have an NBC article in front of me right now.
Yeah, go ahead. What did it say? Go ahead. Say it again, because I couldn't hear you.
Under
'Cause you was
Obama's
yapping.
second term, it was 2.4%. Under Donald Trump, it was 2.5 on average. So
Yeah.
Stop
Literally
it.
the same.
Highest.
you keep saying fucking stop it, and then you don't provide an article. You were saying that it was 1.9 under
Dude.
Obama. I have an NBC article in front of me right now.
It was 1.5.
So stop it. Wait, what source?
It started 1.5.
for his second
it was
term. For his
average
second term.
1.9.
For
He's
his
taking into
second
account
term.
the first term. The first term is heavily impacted by the financial crisis, right? So obviously growth is going to be very low after a financial crisis. You understand if Trump
Dude.
were president, that same thing would have happened, right? Like the level of economic
But the
literacy
recovery
is
would
so
have been
low.
better because stop.
Wait,
it,
you have
dude,
no
because
evidence the recovery would have been better.
better.
Based on what policy?
What do you mean? He wouldn't have destroyed. Dude, Obama. Do you think Obamacare
Source.
was good for the economy?
Source.
Yes.
Source. We're still waiting on sources, please.
How? How
I
is
think-
Obamacare good
This
for
guy's
the economy?
allergic to providing
Yeah,
sources.
yeah. It provides more of a healthy labor force. Ensuring that your citizens have health care, wow, surprising. It actually makes the labor force more healthy and better off and more productive.
Wow. Wow.
Here we go, dude. Obama's historically bad economy. It's right here, dude.
According to what?
Recent
What are you
release
citing?
of
According to
anime-
GDP growth,
quarterly-
but GDP growth
Stop
was
it, dude.
essentially the same.
It literally wasn't.
What are you citing right now?
Hudson.org.
What is the article?
Obama's historically bad economy, dude. The U.S. Commerce Department Bureau's Economic Analysis, the BEA, the source for all the figures provided herein, average annual GDP growth in the post-World War II era has been 2.9%. By far the worst year in that stretch was when it was in the immediate aftermath of the war. GDP declined more than 4 times as much as 11.6% as it has in any year since. From 1947 onward, average GDP was 3.2%.
Yeah, but again, we just talked about how you're citing the the first term
Here
of
we go.
Obama as well.
Yeah. So like if you actually take this into account, you understand that the largest this is how crazy this take is. Think about it this way. I could make this argument with jobs. Trump lost more jobs than almost any president, right, since World War II. Okay? You want to know why? Because of COVID. Okay? That's not looking at any external variables. How about you look at the external variables that happened under the Obama administration that would explain
just blame
why there was a
COVID for
lower
Obama?
real GDP growth?
No, listen to what he's saying. No, I'm not.
What did
Oh my
you say?
God.
I made a comparison. I said, would you blame Trump for COVID? No, it's an external variable. Same way that you wouldn't blame Obama for an external variable. We all know that this is
No, but
caused
I would
specifically
blame the
by...
left because of Clinton's policy. It was the HUD.
Wait, you still have no
HUD
fucking...
is the
you've given me
policy.
zero
What's
zero evidence.
source? We've been waiting again. I just tried to remind you again the two sources that we're waiting on, and you.
Okay, here.
Look, I guess
Here.
I know. I think Parker and I should start running with the statistic that Donald Trump is one of two presidents to lose jobs. He left office with less jobs than when he came into office. Him and Herbert Hoover. So I think Parker and I should start talking about that and completely ignore the fact that COVID happened, because that's what you're doing
Look,
with Obama, right?
here
Let's
it
just
is.
completely
Here it
ignore
is.
the fact that Barack
The
Obama
CRA,
inherited
the
a
Community
economic
Reinvestment
catastrophe.
Act.
Now
Here
speak.
it is,
You can
dude.
speak.
The Clinton
now. I give you permission
administration, the Clinton administration enforcing the Community Reinvestment Act. It was designed to counteract like discriminatory renting policies, like redlining and shit. You understand that? But it made it possible for companies to sign subprime mortgages to people.
Well, policy
This was a
specifically?
Clinton, the Community Reinvestment Act
of
under
1977,
Clinton. No, dude, of 1996.
1996. Because there's a couple community reinvestment acts. So
Well, then he definitely, I mean, he rewrote it or did something. During the Clinton administration, here it is, a key policy regarding redlining was to focus on enforcing the Community Reinvestment Act, which aimed to prevent banks from discriminating against certain neighborhoods when providing loans, effectively combating the practices of redlining where lenders
Are you
would
saying
refuse to
Housing and,
provide services to
Housing and Community
specific-
Development Act of 1992?
Can I?
the only community reinvestment act I
Let
see
me
is from
finish.
1977.
Yeah, are you
Yeah.
referencing the Housing and Community Development Act of 1992?
That's probably it.
Yeah, that's
I
George
said
Bush.
the HUD, dude.
That's George Bush.
Yeah, this
Okay,
law was
that's-
passed in
That's
1977.
literally George Bush. Made
Stop
law
it.
by George
no,
Bush.
it wasn't.
Yes, it was. I'm seriously reading it right now. June,
Okay,
June
well, then
5th,
we're talking about
1992. That was
different
before
things.
Bill Clinton got in office.
We're talking about two different things.
Okay, so then what do
You
you
said the
referencing?
Community Reinvestment Act.
Okay, well, bro, listen, man.
We're listening.
Key points about Clinton's redlining policy, enforcing the CRA. The Clinton administration actively monitored and enforced the Community Reinvestment Act, which was designed to prevent redlining. Maybe it was written in 1977. It was
And
obviously
passed
there were
and in
pieces
law
of it.
since 1977.
Yes,
but
I understand that. Obviously, it was. There were parts of it rewritten, or it was added to, whatever the fuck. It was amended. Clinton
So what
administration
then?
took steps.
What part was added under Clinton that made the financial crisis happen?
Subprime mortgages, dude. Subprime
That's
mortgages
that was that.
started
Please find me
under
a
Clinton.
source saying that Clinton added that to the law, where it's like, yeah.
He didn't add it to the law, but it was like a loophole where subprime mortgages started.
So a
under
law that was
Clinton. This is
passed
a
in
fact.
No, wait, now he just
1977.
admitted it. He just admitted that it wasn't determined by Bill Clinton,
Yeah.
by the way.
Thank you. Appreciate that. That was good. I'm glad we went
What are
through
you
that.
talking about?
It's a law
What
that
do
was
you mean?
passed in
I didn't know. What did
1977.
that
buddy.
prove?
It was a law that was passed
Okay,
in
well,
1977.
I'm talking about subprime mortgages. This is what I'm not talking about the Community Reinvestment Act.
You're
I'm
saying
talking
that
about
this
fucking-
law led to the subprime mortgages, which then led to the economic collapse. And you're saying that this law
There
was
was
passed under Bill
some
Clinton,
enforcement,
and you're
dude.
wrong. It was not
Listen,
passed
man.
under Bill Clinton. It was not
Listen,
passed under Bill Clinton. It was passed in
subprime
1977.
mortgages started under Clinton.
Oh my fucking god! And you're saying it's because of this
What
act?
policy?
Yes. You're saying it's because of this act? Yes.
Yeah, because the Community Reinvestment Act
No,
is
I'm not.
1977.
Then why the
Yeah,
fuck
dude,
did you
early
bring
on.
up the
Bro,
Community
boys.
Reinvestment Act?
Oh my God! It was obviously, dude. There was a piece of it amended, whatever the fuck, whatever. Clinton
So what
did
part of it
to
was
allow
amended?
For
What part of it was
subprime
amended?
mortgages. Oh
What
my
part
God,
of it
dude,
was
Do
amended?
you expect me to have an answer to that question?
Yes, I do.
Listen.
Yes, if you're blaming this law and a specific portion of this law, and you're saying that Clinton amended
Listen,
it
man.
to allow for these subprime mortgages to take place, then what part of it was amended?
Okay, listen. Oh my God. It's right here. As then, the Federal Reserve Chairman Alan Greenspan testified in Congress in 2008, the early stages of the subprime mortgage market essentially emerged out of the CRA. Effective in January 1993, the 1992 housing bill required Fannie and Freddie Mae to make 30% of their mortgage purchases affordable housing plans, subprime mortgages. The quota was raised to 40% in 1996, 42 in 1997, and in 2000, the Department of Housing and Urban Development ordered the quota raised to 50%.
So you're
The
not
Bush
citing this
administration-
1977 law.
Yo, Dakota,
No,
thank
I'm
you
not
so much for
citing
the
the
$50. Thank you so
1977
much,
law.
Dakota.
Okay, well, then I don't know why
I'm
you
W's
said
for
citing
Dakota
a
in the comment
specific
section right now. Thank you so much,
enforcement during the
Dakota.
90s.
I don't know why you said it then. I just we were
Because
looking at
it's
the
relevant to the
1977 law. Now you're saying it was a law in 1992, which was a different act. You're now
No,
my
I'm
understanding
saying
is you're
it was
citing the Housing and
enforcement
Community
of the
Development Act.
CRA in 1992.
You just said it was the Housing and Community Development Act.
Listen, man.
Decide on the
What I'm
law that caused it. Decide on the law that caused it.
Dude, I'm not. I can tell you, enforcement of the CRA in 1992 and 1993 led to subprime
Based on what?
mortgages
Based on
from
what?
Fannie Mae.
Based on what? Based on what?
Based on the fucking what do you think subprime
Based on what?
mortgages
Based
started
on
going
what?
down, dude?
Based on what?
Andrea, thank you for the $5. Gina, thank you for the dollar.
Based on dude,
please,
I don't know. I remember when the
specifics.
housing
You're just saying
bubble
I need
popped.
I need a
people that used
part
to
of the
sell
law. I need a
subprime
part of the law
mortgages.
that led to this happening.
Dude,
You're just saying like, oh, this law specifically led to this. You're not giving any specifics. You cited some guy that
tell me.
testified
Then
in 2008.
you tell me. You tell me when did subprime mortgages start?
No.
You tell me.
The burden of proof is on you. So what part of
I
this
told
law
you.
led
I
to this
gave you.
consequence?
Enforcement of the CRA. I don't know what fucking part of the law specifically, but I can tell you for a fact, subprime mortgages started
So we're just
in
okay.
the 90s.
Then your argument is totally moot. If you can't cite any specifics as to why your argument makes sense,
I
then
just did,
there's no
dude.
point. You just said I couldn't cite a specific part of the law.
I'm citing the law though, and I'm citing when it happened, dude. When do you think? You tell me.
Hold on, Senate.
so painful.
So what you're actually referencing the CRA in 1995, by the way. There's this study attributing the subprime crisis to the CRA in 1985. That's been debunked by the Federal Reserve Board because it wasn't interpreting the law correctly that took an effect in 1998. And when accounting for that variable, using the correct timing, the review indicated zero causal relationship found.
You tell me, when did subprime mortgages start happening?
W. Megan, by the way. Wait, Megan. Wait. I mean, sorry. I don't know why I said Megan. I meant to say
Parker, I asked you a question.
Yes, I understand. What you're referencing
It's
went into
Sinead.
effect. What you're referencing?
It's Sinead, you dick.
Your name's not Sinead.
It's Sinead.
Your name's not
You say
Sinead,
it.
though. Your name's not Sinead.
You say it right now. Yes, it is.
You didn't. By the way, I just want to. For everybody that's new, this guy didn't know who the Speaker of the House was earlier. So if you're wondering like whether this guy's reliable about literally anything, he doesn't know who the Speaker of the House is. He also didn't know that the
I thought you were
Republicans
talking
control
about
the House.
Biden's presidency.
He doesn't control the Republic. He
Bro.
didn't know the Republicans control the House. Also, by the way, the Republicans also control the House. For
I
part of
thought you were
Biden's
talking about
presidency.
Biden's presidency.
Yeah, the
bro.
Republicans also control the House for part of Biden's presidency.
Wait, Connor,
Yes,
do
but
you
they
want to
took it back in
address
they
that
didn't
though?
take it back until 2022, bro.
Yeah, so
Wait,
for half of
stop
Biden's
it.
presidency, they controlled the House. So
Wait, do you want to address that though? The Federal Reserve
Okay.
Board indicated that there was
Listen,
no causal
man.
relationship found. Priscilla, think of the $5. Wow, he's just
Okay,
like
in what?
completely brain broke.
Subprime mortgages to the housing bubble popping.
So what you're referencing, yeah, is that the subprime crisis.
You're
referencing
saying there's no causation.
referencing the CRA, right? The CRA having an effect on this. No causal relationship between the CRA, right, and the
Look.
subprime crisis.
I know for a fact there was specific policy from Clinton to counteract redlining in the 90s. Are you disagreeing with this? You're telling me there wasn't?
Yeah, we're telling you that the CRA specifically was 1995, and it was determined that it had no effect, right, on the subprime crisis.
On
No causal
Dude,
relationship found.
Okay, listen to me. Okay. Maybe it's not the fucking CRA. Whatever Clinton enforced, whatever fucking legislation.
So you don't even know what you're
So you don't even know the
referencing.
legislation.
Redlining.
Oh my
Dude,
god!
you fucking asked me. You
don't
literally
know the
asked me to go
legislation. You
dig
don't
up
know
a
specific parts of the
source.
law. You don't know anything. You don't know who's the Speaker of the House. You don't know who controls the House. You don't know anything. Stop, please. And you by the way, we're still waiting on that tariff source. Please don't talk about these things if you don't have a goddamn clue what the hell you're talking about. Because then we get to points like this where you're like, yeah, you don't. Then we reveal the fact that you don't know any parts of the law, and then you get angry and you're like, oh, I'm so mad at these people because I don't know something. Oh my god!
Listen,
dude.
man.
Just go
asked
read.
me to dig it up.
Hey, excuse me. Let me ask you one. What do they do with soccer balls?
What do they do with soccer balls?
Yeah, what do you do with a soccer ball?
Tell me, Harry.
You kick them. Get the fuck out.
Later, buddy. Later, bud.
Later, buddy. Megan, thanks for the $20. I appreciate you. The study attributing. Oh yeah. That's interesting. Gina, thanks for the $2 as well. I appreciate you. Aaron, thanks for the $2 as well. Alexander, thanks for the $10 as well. I appreciate that. And Laura, thanks for the $50. Get some W's in the chat for Laura. I appreciate you so very much. W's in the chat for Laura. At least 50 at a minimum for Laura. I appreciate you so much. And Lena, thanks for the $25 again. If I hear the word tariffs again, it'll be too soon. Yeah. Faith, thanks for the $5. Laney, thanks for the one. Does Dean use Cash App? I believe he does. Yes. Shaw, thanks for the $1. Essence, thanks for the $2. He does or doesn't?
He doesn't. They don't like him for some reason.
Okay. For some reason. All right. If you're, yeah, I'll do one more. If you're MAGA, come on up. We'll let you up and we can talk.
All right, everyone. Tap that screen. Let's get to 1 million likes. Share it live as well, everyone. It will help get out to more people.
Oh my god, look at this. MAGA Church is this guy's username.
Oh, I've already debated this guy a million times. He's a troll.
Hey, I got a question for Parker. Parker, what?
Too bad. Sorry. If he says you're a troll, buddy, it's not happening. It's just not happening.
No, he's a troll we've had on plenty of times. He's been on a million times. That's the only reason I don't have you talk to him.
I don't actually recall talking to him, so I don't know.
That's surprising that he never got you. He'll get on another account and he'll get you. I promise.
What does he say?
He's just like, he says all the most insane shit.
Oh, is he like intentionally like inflammatory?
He'll say like he believes the reptile shit, like he believes that there's reptiles and believes we're paid by the DNC and all the conspiracy stuff.
Gotcha. What's up, John? Are you MAGA?
No, I'm sorry, I did not mean to request.
That's okay, no problem. I appreciate it.
I'm from Canada, and I was very upset when Trump won. So
yeah, I feel that. All right, man. Well, no problem. I appreciate it. Have a good one.
Have a great night, eh? Thanks for all you do.
Thanks, bud. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, if you are MAGA, let us know. Oh, look at this guy. His bio is watch me interview drunk people on YouTube. Hello, you vote for Donald Trump?
I already did, brother.
Yeah, why?
Yo, why did you kick that guy right when it got to good policy? That was actually getting good.
That guy was getting to good policy, the guy that didn't know.
Now,
what
I'm
he
not
was,
picking sides,
saying.
but it was finally to a point where you liberals weren't using your robot talking points, and like this was actually an educational live for once.
You liberals weren't using your robot talking points. Can you give me an example of my robot talking points?
Parker, how many genders are there?
So typically there's 2 within our society.
Harry, you know what, Joe? I think Joe Biden's answer is the best. At least 2.
You know what's funny, Harry? I got a video of you on my page, and you're like, Joe Biden is our nominee. Joe Biden is in this race to win it. He is not going to drop out. Joe Biden is going to win.
So wait, just to be clear, when Joe Biden was the nominee and he's saying I'm going to be the nominee, do you want me to be like, oh no, I think he's lying?
You said he's going to win the election. How did that go?
Hey, Best, who won the 2020 election?
Yeah, who won the 2020 election, please?
I believe Joe Biden.
Good.
Okay, wait, so Trump lied about it for the past few years with no evidence?
But you can win by cheating, right? That's kind of what these transgender.
Oh, okay, wait. Do you think that Joe Biden cheated?
I don't know enough, but the vote counts are looking a little odd, brother.
Yeah, you just
so they stole 2020. Yeah, they
stole
2020, but they just like decided to take it off for 2024 and let Trump win. You know.
Hey, I'm not gonna get into that, bro. He's your president now, so
he's actually not president yet, buddy. So do me a favor. How about you get out of the live? Appreciate it. All right, if you're MAGA, let us know. I'll bring you up. Let's bring up Renee, see if she's MAGA. Venmo, Cash App in the link in the bio for both Parker and I if you want to support the live. Also drop a follow if you haven't already. Follow Parker. He does lives all the time as well. Renee, are you MAGA? You vote for Donald Trump? You're muted right now. Oh, there you go. What was that?
Yes, I did. I voted for Donald Trump.
What a disaster. Have I talked to you before or no?
Yeah, but it's been a little bit.
All right. So why don't you remind us as to why you voted for Donald Trump?
I thought his economic policies were better than Harris's.
What economic policies are those?
Oh, where do I start? For one, the Tax Cut and Jobs Act that he signed.
Can you tell me one provision within the bill that you like?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that it removed the mandate requiring individuals to purchase health insurance.
That was done by the Supreme Court.
Yeah, that was struck down by the Supreme Court. And I think 2019, maybe earlier.
I don't think so. As far as like,
Yes, it was.
It was passed in 2017, and then it was signed in 2018, and it's not supposed to end until 2025. From my knowledge, my latest knowledge.
So do you like our current tax policy?
Which one?
Do you like our current tax policy?
Which one specifically?
Like overall. Do you like how it's affecting the country right now? Do you think your taxes are too high?
Yes, but that's not part of the tax.
That's Trump's tax policy.
No, it's not.
Yeah, we're currently still under Trump tax policy.
Oh, okay. Well, I have 4 kids, and it raised the child tax credit, and under Biden, it's went down. So
wait, no, it did not go down under Biden. In 2021, they increased the child tax credit to $3,600 through them being 5 years old, $3,000 through them being 18, which reduced childhood poverty by 40 to 50%. Kamala Harris was actually advocating to increase the child tax credit to $6,000 for the first year of a child's life, and then to keep all of those other things that existed in the 2021 version.
That must have been one of those ads that she ran, according to USA Today, that talked about Google's transparency, saying that the headlines were written by a political campaign. That's USA Today.
No, I'm referencing specifically what she was advocating for, the child tax credit.
Okay, did she ever say that? Because I didn't see her say that.
Yes, she did. It was on her policy website.
Okay, so again, you can go to USA Today. You can look up Google through their Transparency Center, and you can find how they doctored those headlines. This headline wasn't doctored. I'm referencing one of her policies. You can find it because I'm referencing one of her policies. Okay, the headlines were doctored. What are you talking about? What policy is that you're even speaking of at all? Like, I have no idea what. The increase in the child tax credit is $6,000 for the first year of a child's life, $3,600 through them being 5 years old, and $3,000 through them being 18. And then you know what I'm referencing for 2021? The American Rescue Plan. You can read the American Rescue Plan on Congress.gov. Okay, Congress.gov. American Rescue Plan. Okay, I didn't get rescued. Just like that's my personal experience. I was not rescued. I'm glad that you were. Dude, what? Dude, are you? Dude, you actually? Oh my God, I can't. I'm gonna cry, dude. Go ahead and cry. Actually, you got a child tax credit increase, so yeah, you did get more money. I didn't, but okay, thank you for. You in 2021, if you had kids, you did. Okay, if you say so. I don't know when's it supposed to hit my account, Parker. I'm waiting for that money, bud. I could really. It already did in 2021 Oh, it did because I didn't get it. So anyway, but that's why the Tax Cut and Jobs Act, big fan. And I'm looking forward to. So did you know that it only added 0.04% to the annual GDP, which is $10 billion in GDP growth, less than $2 billion in federal revenues for $190 billion of debt-related spending every year, according to the Committee for Responsible Federal Budget? Yeah, that's cool. I do know that. Things were more affordable under Trump, so you can rattle off all that crap. Tariffs were going to make it less affordable, so good job. You voted for lower prices and got higher.
Why were things more affordable under Trump? Why do you think they were?
Everything is more expensive. If you look at
why do you think things were more affordable under Donald Trump?
Now, if you look at our economy then versus our economy now, there's no way that you live in reality if you think that it's better now.
Why do you think things were more affordable under Donald Trump? Like, why do you think things went up? I understand that's what you're saying. Why do you think prices went up in your view?
I think it was the policies that Biden enacted. I think of a lot of the policies that he got rid of that Trump signed.
Like what?
I don't know, like the money that he's putting forth to, the Ukraine.
How is sending weapons to Ukraine inflationary? Those are weapons that have been made like years ago.
They're sending money as well.
What was that?
they are also sending money.
Yeah, the overwhelming majority of what we're sending are weapons that have been built like years or decades ago. They're just sitting in a warehouse somewhere in the United States. We are sending some financial assistance to Ukraine, but it's in like the tens of billions. It's a very small amount of the overall aid we've sent to Ukraine. And if we sent like $30 billion in aid to Ukraine, which I don't even think it's been that much in terms of financial assistance, that's obviously not going to lead to 9% inflation. Because by the way, Trump also sent $40 billion of aid to foreign countries every single year of his presidency.
Illegal immigration that are here.
How's that causing inflation?
Well, it costs New York City alone like $1 billion, and it's expected to go up to $4 billion in the 2025 fiscal year. That is just one example in one city.
Yeah. And so how is that causing 9% inflation? And also, how is that a policy of the Biden administration?
Because they signed into laws that protected asylum seekers.
Yeah, asylum seekers are already protected under law.
Not to the extent that they are now.
So the Biden administration expanded some protections for asylum seekers, like women who had been subjected to domestic abuse in their home countries, or people who'd been targeted by gangs. But in terms of like the asylum law as a whole, it's not been changed by Congress.
I mean, you can go. I would like to know where you're getting that, because that's not what I've seen, and that's based off of.
Yeah, are you asking like the protections that Biden added? Is that what you're asking for a source on?
I'm gonna pull it up.
Okay, I'm citing Politico.com. This is an article: Biden administration reverses Trump-era asylum policy. This was published in 2021. It says the Biden administration was reversing a series of Trump-era immigration rulings that narrowed asylum standards by denying protection to victims of domestic abuse and those who said they were threatened by gangs in their home country. That's what I'm referencing. So in that degree, yeah, we've expanded protection to those people, which I think is a good thing. No, don't you agree?
Sorry. Like when I go to do that, like, did you hear me?
No.
Okay. Well, I was referencing the U.S. Citizenship and U.S. citizenship and immigration.
What is that? Are you citing? Are you citing the U.S. Citizenships Act? I just still can't hear you when you go off TikTok Live.
U.S. Citizenships and Immigration's website. That's what it is.
The U.S. Citizenships and Immigration website. And what specific article on that website are you citing?
Benefits and responsibilities of asylees.
Benefits and responsibilities of asylees. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Is that what you said is benefits and responsibilities of asylees?
Yes.
Okay, I'm on this website. Where is it saying that Biden caused inflation here? It's a .gov website, so I'm just curious where it's like, yeah, but the current president of the United States caused inflation.
It is so hilarious to me, Harry.
Where is it? Where is it?
You literally cracked me up. Of course, it's not going to say Biden did this on that website. But if you look at cause and effect and you connect those dots, that's where.
Okay. Well, you can't just be like, well, let's connect the dots. So where on this website am I meant to be going?
Okay. Any of the money that you see being spent, that's where our money is going. That is causing them to print more money and to give it to people.
There's more money printed under the Trump administration.
Excuse me, Parker. I'm talking to Harry.
He's part of the live, so don't care.
I know. 2 against 1. I know.
Well, you don't have to be here. Nobody's forcing you to be here.
You're right. Nobody is forcing me to be here. I'm just pointing out that it's funny that it's 2 against 1, and it's like every time.
He said one thing. He said one thing.
He said a lot more than one thing, but the point is,
in terms of that conversation, he said one thing.
I wanted to know about inflation and Biden being the catalyst for this. Policies like the things that he put forth for asylees. Okay, that's a contributing factor.
I'm asking you what policy in particular, and as Parker just said, which is a good point, if you're of the view that like spending led to inflation, then you'd have to blame Donald Trump more.
The asylees were not coming over here.
Asylum seekers were still coming under the United States under Donald Trump.
Not to the extent.
I agree, not to the extent, absolutely, but that's because there was a global pandemic.
Yes.
So then there's more.
Economic insecurity caused by global inflation, not due to the Biden-Harris administration, but because of COVID.
2021 to 2023 saw a 30-year increase. 2021
because there was a once-in-a-lifetime pandemic. Yes, absolutely.
That was post-pandemic.
Yeah, so the economic effects of the pandemic still persisted. They didn't just like end when the vaccine came out.
I understand that, but the border security was more secure. There was actually a secure border.
No, there's more funding for the border now.
And there's actually less crossings right now than there was at the end of Trump's administration.
So you're essentially saying that Biden and the Harris presidency is money laundering? Are you accusing
what? What? Where did you get that?
Where did you get that from?
You said there's more money now going to the border, and yet we have the
border
worst
patrol.
border.
Yes, there's more money going to the
We have
border
the
patrol.
worst border in 30 years. That is a fact.
It's
so you're
the
saying
people that you're talking about are coming in legally. So the border patrol, you could give the border patrol $1 trillion. You could line the fence with turrets and spikes and dig a moat with gators in it. It doesn't change the fact that people can come over to the country legally with asylum. You could have a big moat. It won't change those numbers. You know who did try to change the law to make it harder to seek asylum? Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. You know what happened to that law? Donald Trump killed the bill and took credit for killing it.
That is so funny. That's hilarious.
I'm glad you find that humorous.
I really love you, Harry. Like, you fucking crack me up, dude. I love watching your lives.
Please rebut anything I just said.
I will. I totally. Yeah, I'm gonna look it up. I'm totally gonna look it up. Yeah, that's crap.
Okay, I'm asking you to rebut it, not asking to look up what I just said.
What, you want me to rebut that you're full of crap on the border?
Anything I just said.
It's wide open. Like,
okay.
No, it's not.
So that doesn't rebut anything I just said. When you think it's wide open, how do you who opened it? How did it get opened?
Okay, 4 million. It increased by 4 million.
I'm still asking. I mean, it doesn't change the argument I just made regarding asylum. So it could increase by 4 million, but if it's increasing by 4 million asylum seekers, those are 4 million people who are coming in legally.
The asylum standard is lowered.
The asylum standard is low. It has been low for some time.
Okay, the standards for asylum seeking has been lowered. So
Lowered by what?
It umbrellas more individuals.
Lowered by what? Like, are you just saying that Biden making exceptions for domestic violence abuse victims is lowering the bar?
The threshold to claim asylum.
What's the threshold? How did it change from Trump to Biden?
For one, you could just claim that you're experiencing any kind of, fill in the blank, any kind of.
Well, no, you can't just fill in the blank. There are certain requirements that you have to hit if you're seeking asylum.
Okay, I'll give you a specific example, Harry. So you need the specifics. Okay, so you can literally just say, "Oh, well, if I go back to my country, they will unalive me," without any proof or validation at all, and they'll be like, "Okay, well, come on in." And
so that happens at a credible threat interview, right? Do you know the process of seeking asylum?
Which 80% do not. 83% do not show up.
That's not true. That's wait. That is not true. Actually, law of the wild's here. I mean, that's no better person to.
Go look it up.
No, I know you're wrong.
Okay,
I think you have the numbers backwards. It's over 85%, I believe, show up to their court dates if they don't have a lawyer, whereas over 95% of people show up to their court dates if they have representation.
And who supplies the lawyers?
The government.
Okay, so our taxpayers. So money went up.
Are you against providing the lawyers?
I'm saying that that contributes to inflation. That contributes to the economic problems and hardships that Americans.
Wait, what? Us funding lawyers for undocumented migrants or asylum seekers, I should say.
Okay, because look,
is now somehow creating inflation. What planet are you living? I don't think you understand how inflation actually comes about.
Of course not, because I'm ignorant.
Very plot twist. They don't get provided lawyers.
Oh wait, asylum seekers don't get lawyers?
Yes, they do.
Be quiet. I'm listening. I'm listening to someone who actually knows what they're talking about.
Okay, I'll mute. I'll go ahead.
Oh no, law's lagging.
Really lagging.
Yeah, Law, you're lagging. I don't know if you can hear us, but you're lagging.
Oh. Okay. Well, in the meantime, everyone tap the screen. Let's get to 1.5 million likes. It filled the bar up a few times.
Oh no!
Law is experiencing some type of MAGA mobile right now.
Yeah, I think he's been hacked by Donald Trump and his team.
Elon. Good old Elon.
Is that true? I thought that asylum seekers do get lawyers.
I thought they did too. I thought it was like pro bono, and I thought that it was you were given one.
No, there are some organizations that do provide them attorneys at low or no cost, but they absolutely do not get court appointed attorneys.
That's interesting.
What is that called? Where it's like you get money from the government. There's a specific like.
Did you just hear what he just said?
Yeah, I did. But there's also a specific legal term where you like fill it out and you send it in and they reimburse you. What is that called? The lawyer would know.
The lawyer.
I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, there's like legal aid that offers like assistance to people, but there's no program that reimburses them.
Isn't it like a government subsidy though? Like a subsidy?
No. And just to go back on your numbers, you had 83% right, but it's 83% of unrepresented people show up to their asylum, their final asylum interviews. And if they actually have a lawyer, it's 91% of them show up to their court dates.
So, all right, fine. We'll run with that. Even if it's 1%, okay, we're still footing the bill for that. Like we still are. And I like you can talk to your blue in the face, but I'm telling you, like, the numbers don't lie. New York City alone, like I said, it is expected to cost New York City alone, that's one city in all of the 50 states, like $4 billion for the 2025 fiscal year.
Right, but that's out of the New York City's budget. That has nothing to do with the president or the federal government.
If it's affecting one city like that, what do you think it's doing to the rest of the cities, and what kind of burden do you think that's putting on the government?
But the thing is that's up to the people who live in New York City and the people who they represent to establish their budget. That has nothing to do with the federal government.
Because it's a federal law that they do this thing. So, like, just can you explain to me, like, that's one city?
No, it's not, absolutely not federal law that they provide any services.
Is that putting on the rest of the country and the government, like the American government? Even if it's just 1%.
Because it comes out of the city's budget. It has nothing to do with the federal government.
So aren't they like declaring a state of emergency to try to take care of these people? And wouldn't that be federal?
No, cities can declare states of emergency. States can declare states of emergencies, or the federal government. The federal government hasn't declared a state of emergency.
Right. And who pays for that?
Who pays for what?
Who pays for the asylees? Like I'm telling you, based on just New York City, and it going up to, the fiscal year of 2025, it being $4 billion with a B, B as in Biden, billion.
Thanks for that clarification. That was good. I appreciate that. I didn't know that. Wow.
B as in Biden,
Telling me now for the first time. I didn't.
Billion. That's my point. Yeah.
But once again, though, like the city of New York, they do provide service. They do provide cash assistance. Well, it's a food card, like food stamps. It can only be used at certain locations. Like you can't go and buy lottery
tickets
like
states' rights
or alcohol. Right.
That's literally states' rights.
Just a 100%.
They literally can't afford it anymore, Parker. They literally can't afford it anymore. It's literally not feasible for them to literally.
Wait. By the way, you want states' rights to restrict women's access to abortion, but you do not want states' rights to provide funding for children to get food?
Did I say that? Did you hear me say that?
Are you in favor of Donald Trump overturning Roe?
No, I'm not.
Oh, you're not?
No,
in favor
I'm
of
not.
Donald Trump overturning Roe.
Okay, so then why'd you vote for him?
Because his policies were better for the country overall. I can fight at a state level. It's easier for me to fight at a state level. I didn't agree with that. That was, I'm not like a cult follower. Like I'm sure they're out there. I don't agree with him on every single thing, but I agree with him on more things than I agreed with Harris on. That's what you asked me. You said, why did I vote for Trump? And I told you why I voted for Trump. One of the reasons I voted for Trump. I can't give you a reason why I would vote for Harris because I felt like if she could have done anything, she would have, and she fucking didn't. She couldn't even tell you what she was going to do.
It's remarkable you think the vice president has that much power.
It's not that she had that much power, but she had more power than literally everybody else under her. She could have tried.
Not really.
She could, okay, fine. We'll put that to the side. We'll say she was powerless. She was just powerless vice president of the best country in the world, the richest and most powerful country in the world. Okay, she was absolutely powerless. none of her campaign policies made any sense. Like, she didn't explain anything. Like, she couldn't give you a straight answer on anything, and she kept flip-flopping back and forth.
I just think it's a comprehension problem on your behalf.
Oh, it's my. I just can't comprehend it. Oh, that's right, Harry.
Well, I mean, if you're saying that like you couldn't,
Maybe
that's it. Maybe that's it.
if you're saying you couldn't understand like a single thing that Kamala Harris was saying, like you had no idea what her policies were, then like I'm sorry, that just sounds like a comprehension problem on your behalf.
What was her economic policy?
What specifically? Like what specifically?
Literally, you can just give me any, like, specifically.
Sure. I mean, she wanted to cut taxes for 100 million Americans, specifically middle class Americans.
How so? How is she going to cut them?
Like things like income tax and whatnot.
Well,
And like tax credits for children.
Bill Whitaker, she did her interview on 60 Minutes with Bill Whitaker, and that fell flat on her face. She fell flat on her face with that.
I don't. You're saying that the whole interview fell flat. Can you give me like a specific? You just asked me to name a Kamala Harris economic policy, and I did. Now we're talking about Bill Whitaker interviewing her on 60 Minutes. Like,
yeah, because he brought that up. He brought up her economic policies and how her economic policies would be more catastrophic than Trump's. As she was predicting Trump's to be catastrophic.
No, that's not what Bill Whitaker was saying. Bill Whitaker was asking how she plans on paying for it. Exactly. Bill Whitaker is not a Trump advocate. He wasn't saying, "Oh yeah, your economic policy is going to be way worse."
I'm aware of that. Like, I'm not as stupid as you think I am, honestly. Like,
I'm not calling you stupid. I'm just saying you're misciting what was actually said in the interview.
You talk about its comprehension problems and stuff, and that's fine. That's your opinion.
When I hear somebody say like, "I didn't understand what Kamala Harris was saying," and I didn't understand what her policy was, then I think that has to be a comprehension problem.
Because she kept flip-flopping.
She never flip-flopped in this campaign.
Okay, she come out after Trump said, how many times has she been for green energy? And then she said
she's still for green energy. We're all still for green energy.
What was another one? She was against the no or taxing tips. She wasn't for that. Now all of a sudden she is for that. She was against fracking. Now she's for fracking.
No, she was not against no taxing on tips. She came out with her own version of that, which, by the way, Trump didn't invent. This has been a policy that's been around since 2014. It's been introduced to Congress.
I didn't say you invented it.
I know, but I'm just saying that Kamala Harris had her own policy that was better. That was better than Donald Trump's, in my view.
About what? On what?
On no taxing on tips. If it was going to happen, if we were going to have no taxes on tips, her policy was better.
Okay, well, I mean, I didn't see her policy on that.
She is on her website. She spoke about it extensively.
Yeah, she literally talked about it all the time.
Anyway, I have a hard time, especially after the Google transparency thing came out and was talking about how she was doctoring headlines. So,
oh my God, Kamala Harris didn't doctor headlines.
USA Today says it. The headline was August the 14th, 2024.
What does it say?
USA Today. That news article on Google, its headline may have been written by a political campaign. Then it goes on to say, Harris's team has been launching sponsored posts on Google that link to news content from various publishers, but feature customized headlines and descriptions crafted by her campaign.
Yeah, so I'm reading the article you're talking about right now, and Google called the practice, which is sponsored posts, common. That's what they describe it as, common.
Okay, continue reading. Go ahead.
One sponsored ad that links to NPR's website features the headline Harris will
stated values. USA Today, we were not aware the Harris campaign was using our content in this manner. That's Lark Marie Anton, spokesperson for USA. You have AP spokesperson Patrick Max saying that they were neither aware of this practice nor would we allow these.
I don't know why they would have to be aware of this. I don't understand. Like, why does that matter?
Why would you doctor the headlines? Like, why would you?
She wasn't doctoring headlines. All these headlines were linked to articles.
That's what they're accusing her of.
These people are not accusing her of doctoring headlines. They're like, Kamala Harris doesn't have to say to the AP, "Hey, we use your article for this ad." Like, there's no reason why she would have to notify them. And all these sponsored posts you're talking about included links to the article that people could read. So I don't know what you're taking objection to.
That it was doctored, that it wasn't the truth.
It wasn't doctored.
That it's fake news, while other people are saying that accusing people on the right of being fake news.
It's not. None of this is doctored.
Honestly,
They're sponsored. They're sponsored posts, of which again Kamala Harris linked these articles. So if you wanted to read the article, you could see it.
Okay.
And also, it says that all these posts that you're talking about in this article that you cited, all of them included a paid for by disclosure. So a paid for by the Kamala Harris campaign, for example.
Yeah, probably like the little terms and agreements kind of thing.
It says it on the thing.
I'm sure it does in really small fine print at the very bottom.
I'm telling you, it says it again, but also the articles are linked.
I believe you, Terry. I believe you.
I understand you believe me. I'm just letting you, but all the articles are also linked. So like if somebody doesn't want to read the article, then that's on them, right? You can't like.
Trump's campaign didn't do that type of ad though. I wonder why. I'm sorry. Trump's campaign didn't alter headlines? It said that, it literally says, per Google's Ad Transparency Center, it did not show Trump's campaign using these types of ads.
Oh, well, yeah. I don't know if Donald Trump specifically used those types of ads, but Donald Trump definitely misused articles. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm actually, I'm reading something right here. Like, for example, in the latest example, Trump shared on Tuesday an edited version of an article titled, quote, "No, Cohen's guilty plea did not prove Donald Trump committed campaign finance crimes," which was published by the conservative outlet National Review earlier this month. The article argued that Trump was not implicated by his former lawyer, Michael Cohen, having previously pleaded guilty to charges involving Trump's 20 yada, yada, yada. However, the version of this article shared by Trump on Tuesday removed a line referring to a second Trump administration as inconceivable, and several passages suggesting that the former president had originally hired Cohen as his fixer because of his genuine expertise in extortion. So they removed all of that from the article. Do you have any objection?
Yeah, I do.
And
I object.
So and you still voted for Donald Trump. So
yes, I did, because that's a lesser evil.
It's not a less. I don't know how you could say a felon and a sexual abuser is a lesser evil. I think you're very delusional.
Biden didn't do that because he didn't just pardon his son for all of those.
Good. I'm glad he did.
Yeah, I'm sure you are. It was the right move. But you realize that had underage girls on there too, right?
It's not true.
That is absolutely. That's factual. That was on the laptop.
That is not factual. No.
Okay, if you say so.
It's just not true.
I mean, that's fine. You can say it's not true as much as you want to. It doesn't take away from the validity of it.
Please cite me any article, any court document, anything that said that Hunter Biden had.
The FBI.
Yeah. Okay. Please cite me an article from the FBI saying that.
You can go to the House hearings that they did on this. And
no. Go to the FBI website or any court documents. If it's authentic and there were children in it, then you must be able to cite court documents for me, right?
When I go to Google on my phone, you can't hear me. So
but you'll be able to find it. If it's there, you'll be able to find it.
Okay, so I'll pause and I'll go do that.
Okay, cool. The little secret is that this is not the truth. We'll watch in a second.
While we're waiting for something that's doesn't exist to come up, everybody, let's fill up the bar 2 times. Let's get Harry to 1.4 million. That should be very easily done.
Appreciate all
Double tap up until you get that fun little confetti. How you doing, Harry?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Living the dream.
I'm glad to hear it. Man. Will, thanks for the $1, man. Thoughts on the Yankees losing out? Yeah, it's unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate. Cindy, thanks for the $2 as well. Super informative. You like the war book by Bob Woodward. I'm glad it's awesome. Zoe, thanks for the $1. I work for a legal services organization that provides immigration assistance to non-citizens organization. Think the money. Oh, I see. That's interesting. Zoe. I appreciate you telling me that. Jennifer, thanks for the $5.
Thank you for your work you do. That's awesome stuff.
Yeah, seriously, Zoe, you're doing good stuff. And Brandon, thanks for the $5. I appreciate you. Tell Parker we said hi. Parker, Brandon, and Ryan say hi. I think he's doing something right now, but there.
Hi to them. Hello. Hello. Sorry.
What is this guy doing?
I'm setting up something for like the DC trip. Like an account for like the train.
Gotcha.
Your guys' top secret mission?
Top secret. Well, yeah, it's just like this ritual we have to do once a year to like keep our DNC contracts. It's unfortunate. For the people.
Makes sense. Can't let that gravy train dry up.
Yeah, that's right. For the people that can't sense the sarcasm, just because I know there's MAGA out there being sarcastic. Being sarcastic. It's taking, Renee, for such a bombshell story, it's taking quite a long time for you to find any evidence of this.
And Renee,
if
you want to save some time, you're not going to find it.
Yeah.
Vice.com.
Vice.com. Okay. What's the article headline?
Sorry, I told you when I go off of TikTok, like it mutes me. It's the one about the ice.
It's one about the ice. That's helpful. What's that?
Wow, I never thought about
Did
that.
you let me finish it? Like I'm trying to finish.
Go ahead.
Are you sure?
I'm very sure. Go ahead.
No, Parker?
Yeah.
If you're okay, that's fine. That's okay.
Can you just read it, please?
It's not going to be rude. Like,
Can you just read it, please? You're fine. You're
I
okay.
probably could if you would fucking give me a chance.
We're giving you a chance right now. Stop playing the victim and read it, please. Go.
ICE trafficker.
That's the headline.
Those are the 3 words. Google it. Vice.
ICE trafficker Vice.
ICE smacks investigator.
Yeah, I see it. Let's see.
We'll see what this is, chat. Keep tapping that screen. 1.5 million likes. Let's do it.
Yeah, this is telling me nothing.
Oh, surprise. Law was right.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a comprehension issue on your part.
No,
It's a comprehension issue, yeah.
This is telling me nothing. It's saying that like somebody looked into Hunter Biden's laptop, which has been in the possession of the FBI for a long time.
And that they did find pictures, inappropriate pictures.
And this was an article that was published in 2021, April 6th of 2021. And so far nothing. So
in the article, it literally says that they did, and that is ongoing. That is ongoing.
So I'm reading this article, and the paragraph here says, though there isn't an iota of evidence to suggest Biden engaged in any schmex crimes, Business Insider reported that the FBI agent who has been publicly identified as investigating child pornography crimes in New Jersey appears to have served the subpoena. So it just means that one investigator from New Jersey wanted to look into the laptop, but they haven't identified any evidence yet.
Based on the pictures found on the laptop, keep reading the article, read it in full. Don't just pick it apart because you're on a live and these people cannot see what you're reading.
I don't even see what you're referencing or where to keep reading. What paragraph are you referencing?
It's in there. You go find it. I already did the work for you.
The second to last paragraph says that there isn't an iota of evidence to suggest.
The reason they turned it over to him is because of the content of the laptop. And
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. The next paragraph is
the party that you voted for.
The next paragraph says, in September 2020, two Republican Senate Committee chairmen released a joint report on Biden's connections to Burisma, alleging his role with the Ukrainian energy firm, yada, yada, yada. It says nothing about these pictures that you're referencing. So, yeah, Law of the Wild's right. It's just one agent in New Jersey who sought a subpoena, I guess, for it, as Law of the Wild said. There's
because of the content of the laptop.
But just to be clear, your own article says there isn't an iota of evidence to suggest Biden engaged in any blank crimes.
That's not what it says.
It says it right there.
It was given to him because
doesn't believe their own report.
Your own article you just cited. I just quoted it. There isn't an iota of evidence to back up what you're saying. Your own article says that.
Okay, you say so.
What do you mean if I say so? It says here. Do me a favor. Do me a favor. I'll flip the camera, and I'll have you read the article that you cited. Yeah, cool. So look, you agree that this is the article you cited, yes?
No.
This is not the article you cited.
You know what? We don't know.
Renee,
Yes.
is this the article you cited?
Yeah. I think so.
Yes? Okay. We'll take that.
I think so.
Okay.
Well, surprisingly, the article you cited proves our point.
And can you just read that first line of that paragraph for me?
The one that starts with though.
Yes.
Though there isn't an iota of evidence to suggest Biden any SMEX crimes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So your own article. Listen to your own evidence, I suppose.
Okay.
That was a high quality image of your phone, bro.
It really was.
I feel like whenever I show my phone, it's so blurry.
I don't know. It just looked good.
He's got that DNC quality, dude.
Yeah, it's a DNC iPhone. It hasn't come out yet.
I know, right?
So
when are they going to give that? Go ahead.
Sorry. So the that article references another Business Insider article. So I just read this one, and the FBI investigator's name is Agent Isaac, and he told reporters that he did get a copy, and he did not see child pornography on the laptop post that was dropped off. So they honored the subpoena.
He's
and then
lying.
After he looked into it, he said that he did not see it.
Yeah, it's fake news. No, but what was on the laptop?
Dude, no way.
Wait.
It was literally the reference that you gave us.
What was on the laptop? What was on the laptop?
Not child pornography.
Not that.
I'm glad to be wrong on that. I'm glad to be wrong on that. That's really great.
Could have done that yourself, no?
I mean, yeah, I did though. But okay.
Well, you did.
What was on the laptop? What was on the laptop?
Not that.
Okay, so what was on the laptop? Who did he part? What did he
Videos and pictures of Hunter Biden.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
And this has nothing to do with the fact that you're like paid off by the DNC.
Wait. What's the evidence that Harry's paid by the DNC?
yeah, what's the evidence?
Wait, what? Harry, you never told me.
I know, Law. I'm so sorry. I know.
Renee,
I'm sorry.
where
I had
did
to
you
break
hear
it to
this
you.
breaking news?
On the same page that I got that Hunter Biden.
No, seriously, do you actually believe that Harry's paid by the DNC?
No, I really don't. That was a joke.
Okay.
Wait.
Well, I can't tell with how crazy your beliefs are. So.
I know. I'm just I know. It's the comprehension. It's in the negative, I guess.
Me or you?
Me, obviously.
Okay, good. At least you acknowledge it.
Yeah. It's that good old public education system.
Hold on.
You got anything else, or is that it?
No, I think that's it for tonight.
Okay, one question before you go.
I'm glad that I was wrong.
One question before you go. Would you vote for someone held civilly liable of sexually abusing a woman?
Say it again.
Would you vote for someone held civilly liable of sexually abusing a woman?
Why? Because I voted for Trump.
Yeah.
Was he held liable for that? Because I thought they
Yes.
jumped on this.
Yes, he was held liable for sexually abusing E. Jean Carroll.
If he was held liable, wouldn't he be in jail?
No, because the liability in the civil court doesn't put you in prison. That's criminal court. And the reason why it wasn't in a criminal court is because it was past the statute of limitations, which means it's been over 5 years since the event occurred. Therefore, they can't try it in a criminal court in the state of New York.
Okay, then yeah. Guess I would. Because I did. Twice.
Huh?
What? Voted for Trump twice?
You would vote for him? You would vote for someone held civilly liable of sexually abusing a woman?
I mean, what all has Kamala done? What all has she done?
Not that.
Kamala, and also like
She hasn't done it to women. Well, that's good. What about Biden? What about Biden?
okay, is Biden the candidate? Is Biden the candidate? And Biden hasn't done that either.
He's the president as of right now.
But he wasn't the candidate.
Was
you know?
Biden also held civilly liable?
No, Harris supported him.
Biden was not held civilly liable.
I'll speed it up. No, he was not. So
How? So he was held civil liable. What'd you say?
Civilly liable.
civilly liable.
Unanimously by a jury of 9 people. So a jury determined that he sexually abused E. Jean Carroll.
And then what?
What else do you need?
And then what?
What else do you need? Like maybe
Yeah.
and then you shouldn't vote for him. Like
So I mean, where were the criminal charges? You said okay, so he's guilty.
I just told you earlier, statute of limitations.
Like what
Statute of
consequences?
limitations expired. Statute of limitations expired.
So then, there wasn't anything.
Bruh.
Apparently not.
No, statute of limitation just means it's been too many years since the event occurred under that law to try that. I don't think statute of limitations should exist for rape cases because victims in plenty of circumstances take many years, if not decades, to come out, right? Because of societal stigmatization, because of the impact it's going to have on them specifically, right? Plenty of various different factors. Often people like you.
People like me?
Yeah, like people denying the sexual abuse or not accepting it or still voting for the guy that like literally did this.
Okay, well, as a victim of sexual abuse, I think it's really fucked up that you would say I would deny it, but go ahead. Please tell me more.
Wait, do you accept it? Do you accept it then?
Do I accept what?
Do you accept that Eugene Carroll was assaulted?
I don't know Eugene Carroll. I have no idea anything about this case.
Eugene. Okay, but she held her abuser accountable in a civil court, and you're still not accepting it, and you're still not saying that you regret voting for him.
It's a statute of limitations.
A statute of limitations? Yes, I understand. Well, what's the point of using that to dispute what happened?
So she waited until statute of limitations were up. So she waited until he was running.
Many victims takes them decades to come out. She, like many victims, it took her decades to come out to the public.
We're just talking about this one specific instance in this one case.
What? I don't know what you're saying. Say that again.
We're talking about this one case. We're not talking about everybody else. You said she waited.
Yeah, I'm telling you what's typical. It's typical for victims to take decades to come out, which is what happened here.
So she waited till he ran for public office.
It was a bit after. 2019 is when she filed.
Okay, so
2019 is when she accused him in a book, and then he defamed her, saying, "Oh, it didn't happen," and he used his position in the White House to go after her. And then when Donald Trump left office, she sued him.
Okay, so she waited until he went into politics to do anything about it, and she did it for a book.
She didn't file a suit against Donald Trump. She, in 2019, wrote in a book that she was assaulted by Donald Trump. Donald Trump got word of this and then defamed her publicly, saying, "Oh, it didn't happen. She's this, she's that," and that led Donald Trump supporters to come after her, to ruin her career, to financially hurt her. And so she sued for defamation. And as part of that case, she proved that Donald Trump assaulted her.
She proved that he assaulted her.
Yes.
Years after the fact. In a book because she wrote.
So I'm sorry. Wait. If are you saying that like there's like a, you know, if you're suing somebody or you're trying to hold somebody accountable for a crime that took place like 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago, it didn't happen?
I mean, so you're saying that I could do the same thing to like you or Parker? I could literally write my diary.
No.
Dear diary.
I mean,
I'm feeling so bad today. I felt like so violated. Yada 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 yada. And then he runs for public office, and I just publish it, and then therefore I'm right. And
no, that's not even the what. If you just wrote in your diary, right? If you wrote in a book that like Parker I did something to you.
My autobiography, and I published it.
Okay, great. Your autobiography, you wrote something. And log, please correct me if I'm wrong. You could write something in your book and say that Parker I did something, but if it doesn't damage us in a way or causes harm or in some capacity that we could prove, then we can't sue you for defamation.
Okay, right. Mm-hmm.
So what Donald Trump did, is that right, Law?
Yeah, you got it. I mean, and when you're talking about a public figure, it's even a higher standard. You have to actually prove actual malice. What she did is she recounted her story in the dressing room of Bergdorf Goodman's and talking about the assault. And then, and she also accused another high-profile person, the former CEO of CBS, Les Moonves. And he's also, worth $1 billion. If it was just about money, she could have gone after him too. But the big difference was after she published this book, Donald Trump went on a tirade night after night.
He's lagging really bad.
Yeah, he's lagging really bad.
Oh, no. Crazed action.
Kind of caught him at the end there, but you get the idea of what he was saying. Do you understand, Reese?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh my. Oh, that's a very loud.
Very
Very. Okay. All right. Well, it seems like the conversation just ended.
Yeah. All right. We'll leave it there.
All right, thank you.
No problem. You know, I was so damn close to completing MAGA guest bingo. So close. All I needed was good boy for one of us or somebody to say good boy, and it didn't happen.
Damn it, dude! I should have done it. Wait, Dean did it earlier.
I know. Oh, well, bingo! Fucking bingo! I'm gonna start playing this every night.
That's actually hilarious.
And if we would have gotten in that conversation, if we would have gotten tariffs, I also would have got it. But she didn't bring it up.
But you did get it because I promise you that Dean and that one person brought it up when he was on.
Bingo. bingo. We win. All right, I'm leaving it there.
All right, appreciate you coming out. That was funny.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks for coming out, Parker. And Law of the Wild.
Good seeing both
you, man.
Yeah, take care, guys.
Thanks, man. I appreciate all you guys. Killer, thanks for the $2. Kat, good to see you as well. I appreciate the $5. And Bex, thanks for the $5. And Brent, thanks for the $5 as well. I appreciate you all. Thank you, everybody that supported on Venmo, Cash App. It means the world. All right, I post on every single social media platform. I post on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Did I say Twitter? Facebook, Blue Sky, Snapchat. All of those links are in my bio. If you want to support all of those platforms, it'd mean a lot if you go over there and follow on all the platforms. Of course, drop a follow here on TikTok as well. We do these lives all the time. We post videos, all that good stuff. And make sure to go follow Parker, Law of the Wild, Dean, all those folks who came up tonight. They're all fantastic. I would highly recommend all of them. So yeah, all the links in my bio. All these people are live right now. Isaiah Martin's live. I'm Really Important. Santana's live. Good Trouble's live. So any of these people, rating any of them would be fantastic. So we have Pickles GG, Isaiah R. Martin. Isaiah is a friend of mine, so I would obviously recommend rating him. But I'm Very Important, Pickles, all of them are great. You can't really go wrong. So definitely go rate them. You have but you also have Good Trouble. You have Santana. All of these folks are live right now. I'd highly recommend you go say hi to them. And if you do, no matter what live you go to, say Harry Raid. As I mentioned, Good Trouble's live. Isaiah Martin is live. I'm Really Important's live. Santana's live. Pickles GG is live. But you should go rate all of them and say hi. Yeah. All right. Thanks, everybody. Have an amazing day tomorrow. I appreciate you. Enjoy your almost weekend. Yeah. All right, everybody. I appreciate you. We'll talk soon. Okay. Thanks, everybody.